And we're back here once again with another episode of the Iron Man podcast, episode 571. It's going to be another rendition of Friday Bangers. And we actually have some good news / bad news, some worse news, some terrible news, some awful news, and then some great news.
I'm lost.
Okay, so the good news is my movie theater is getting the new Blake Lively movie. It ends with us, and I will be watching it tomorrow after Saturday SmackDown. So we're gonna start Saturday SmackDown at 6 PST, run for like an hour 45 and some change. Then I'll probably end up filming the pre-footage tonight. That way I won't have to do it right after when the show ends, or just depending on how I feel tonight. And then I'm gonna go watch it. And then me and Gray are going to do an open spoiler for it Sunday, actually. So I'll have the episode of Full Day of Going to the Movie Theater out on Sunday for the spoiler-free review, and then we'll have the open spoiler discussion the same day. And Alien Romulus, like I told you guys before, since I had to work 6 days this week, oh my goodness, I'm so dead. So I'm watching that on Tuesday, and then the episode of Full Day of Going to the Movie Theater on that will be out most likely on the same day, because open spoiler for it, I'm gonna try and get that going. I don't know who's gonna watch it. I think Kaida has. I think some of us has. So I'm gonna try and get the open spoiler discussion for that between Wednesday and Thursday. Kaida, he's the white black guy we have.
I need some Dramamine.
I was kind of worried that he was going to hang something from the band. That's why I was watching his camera so intently.
I was getting motion sickness.
I thought he was going to kill himself or something. I was like, please don't.
So that's pretty much it. Normally, I would have just watched it this week or on Saturday, but hey, I gotta go watch a chick flick alone by myself with no girl sucking me off. So yeah, it's gonna be great. Obviously, another day at the office. I'd imagine.
Cry me a river, you bitch. I watched.
Shut up.
A lot of people bitch about movies like going and watch them by themselves. I think it's fucking the best part, man.
I've never had an issue doing it. Once I did it once, I liked it. I thought it was fine. You know,
it's great.
Like, I don't know, man. So sometimes, like, okay, outside of like big event movies, for like the little smaller movies that don't really have a big crowd, I don't mind watching them alone. It doesn't hurt nobody. Yeah. You know, even if I have a crowd of like maybe 5 people, it's fine. Dude, I went to go see Deadpool and Wolverine at 5:30 on Thursday, like I told you guys, after I got back from my trip. Dude, there was like only 12 people in there. It was a great experience overall. You know, I don't know why they took their 3-year-old little girl in there. I'm like, what the hell? How did she get in there? I don't know how, but
she probably looked at her dad and was like, "Daddy, what's a gangbang?"
To be fair, they can't stop a kid from going to a movie of the parent legally. Policy can, but legally they can allow the child in there with the parent.
That's weird because when I was a kid, if we ever went to a rated R film, they were like, "How old is the kid?" Oh, well, he's 8. Oh, well, he's 8 years old. Well, they can't go in.
Some theaters' policy won't allow a parent to bring a kid in. That's like here in Louisiana. It's legal to go into a bar with your child, have the kids sit at the bar, and actually have a little bit of alcohol.
I want you to guess this, just because to stop it. I'm 25 years old, right? What do you think was the first rated R movie I ever saw?
Kick-Ass?
It was a horror movie.
Oh, I know what my first was, and I doubt it was yours.
Wait, say what?
Blair Witch 2.
No, it was Paranormal Activity.
Oh,
I wasn't far off.
My first rated R was Aliens.
And you know, we went to the theater when Paranormal Activity 2 came out, and they did that whole thing. Oh, is your kid 10 years old? Well, no. How old is your kid? And my mom was like, "Oh, he's 10. He's all right." And they surprisingly let us through. But I remember a couple of years ago before that, someone that was there trying to see a movie. I forget what it was, but I overheard the guy talking to the mom and their kid, and they wouldn't let him in. So I don't know if they changed their policy or what, or anything like that.
Oh, WZ, what's going on, man? You like Alien Romulus? That's great. You know, I'm avoiding spoilers at all costs. Now, I wanted to make sure I say this. Most movies like Aliens and Predators, every character pretty much dies except for like the main one and like a random other useless character. It's like the same shit. But then again, the last Alien movie I watched in the theater was Alien Covenant, and that was just a steaming pile of shit. This movie is so bad.
It's better than Prometheus, but that
he's right though.
I said the bar is not that high, stupid.
True.
Oh my god.
I think I'm with Emerald. My first movie was either Aliens or what was it?
Oh fuck! I don't remember that movie.
I had it. I forgot. It's either I think it's either Aliens or shit. I had it a minute ago, but I'm pretty sure it was Aliens. No, one of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I think it was when did Dream Masters come out? 2000. No, that was the 80s movie, man.
It was an 80s movie? Oh, I was thinking of the other later
No,
one.
no. Nightmare on Elm Street Dream 3.
Isn't that number 3? And that came out in like 1989, I think.
It came out in 84. Wait, no. 87. So okay, it was Aliens, and I saw Elm Street and 87.
Oh, close.
That was my first.
Close, damn it! I was there. Oh my god!
You said 96?
I said 89.
Oh, okay.
That was close. Nobody tell me.
I was 6 years old watching Aliens.
Yeah. Chloe, stop it. You know that I'm black, and I'm just really hot, rich, and good looking for you. In this case, I am. I like chick flicks. I don't care. Fuck off. And
you're not the guy that saw Marry Me in the theater on Valentine's Day.
You saw that?
Why did you go and watch the J-Lo movie with the guy from
with Owen Wilson? With Owen
Wilson.
Yeah. Based off the comic.
What? You know, there was a comic based around that. No way, dude.
No. Time out. Hold on, Nate. 1 second. There was a comic called Marry Me, and honestly, I think the movie was based on the comic because in the comic, this dude takes his little teenage sister to a concert, and she's holding a sign saying "Marry Me" to the pop star, but like she goes off to the bathroom, and he is the sign, and the girl has like just got cheated on. The singer.
It's the exact plot of the movie.
So she sees the dude with the sign and like pulls him on stage. I think they get married right away, and like the whole comic is like them navigating like becoming a couple and like sleeping together and shit. So it was based on the comic.
So you're saying "Marry Me" is the
a web comic
accurate?
It's a web comic.
"Marry Me" is not a terrible movie. It's about as standard as your normal run-of-the-mill rom-com. I mean, it's cheesy, over the top, but it's very heartfelt. I didn't hate it.
Hi, BS Warren. What's up, man? Slumdog Millionaire. Well, everyone knows the story. My first rated R movie was the first Child's Play movie. My mom brought me over to a friend's house, and she said, "Oh, it's going to be a great Disney movie." She straight up said it was going to be a Disney movie. I thought it was going to be Lion King, and I got Chucky slaughtering people.
Yep. Hey, I was right.
What?
Oh, wow. He looked
I was right. It's based. No. It's based off of the webcomic. Because look, I went to go to the webcomic page, and look what it has on the fucking screen.
The original
was a webcomic that was propositioned into a movie.
I did not know this.
That's cool.
Yep. If you look at all the way on the right, the girl with the blonde, that's the first.
They race swapped her. Of course they did for a Puerto Rican.
It's pulled straight from the webcomic.
Yes, the story is the race
is a very accurate comic movie.
They'll be like the race ambiguous. It's like that's a white girl, Puerto Rican.
I own it on Blu-ray, so
I remember telling somebody about the comic. They're like, "Oh, it probably came because of the movie." I'm like, "No, dude, the movie came because of the comics."
Usually the book becomes before the movie.
Chloe says, "Pretty sure my first rated R movie was Kick-Ass. Not a big movie. Okay. Kick-Ass is a great movie. Classic first one. I didn't like the second one as much. It's like it's not bad, but it's not as good as the first one. But the first one is great.
The problem with the second Kick-Ass movie is that it does the thing that a lot of sequels do, in the fact that they try to go bigger and do a lot more, and it's just so cluttered to the point they really don't know what to do with half of the characters that are in it.
Hi, Iron. He says, "Hail everybody. Sorry, can't stay long. Wiped out. MSK is too black.
He's too black for Barovia."
Her name's Stasia.
Wait a minute. Do you guys think that Iron is banging his wife while he's listening to us talk?
No.
Even if he is, why do you care?
I have to know.
No, you don't. That's fucking creepy.
Says who? We're on the internet.
Says us. Says any sensible human being on this planet.
Why are you so white? Why are you such a problem?
Why are you so abnormal?
Hey, real quick. Also, they changed the main character guy from a dude with a beard, glasses, like reading glasses, and like hair like mine to like Owen Wilson.
God.
Yeah,
they can't even not be comic accurate in a movie based off a comic that's not even known. It's crazy.
I forgot it was a web comic first.
God. Kaida says mine was just a Fist of Fury. Also, Kaida is going to start his own podcast. He's normally on Wednesday Top Gs. I added in a black Top G. Darnell's a white Top G. And then
I go back and forth.
And Sammy's
MSK is a power bottom G.
We're not doing We're not gonna do a show called Thursday Power Bottoms. We're not
Why
doing
not?
that.
That sounds good.
We're not doing it. Big bro, what's up, man? How you doing? So I just want to point out, if anyone wants to get into Eric July's Rippaverse comics, actually, what you can do currently right now is go and get in where you fit in, as Eric says.
No, go on. Sorry.
You're fine. What happened to Nate? I think he died.
Yeah,
I think his internet crashed on him.
No, I went to the sale. I didn't see any comics. Well, no, I did. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. I did. I apologize. Ignore me. Move on.
God.
Clearly, the walls are closing in. He's got to liquidate his entire warehouse. Sale. The walls are closing in.
I just wonder the average people that melt down because of this. Do you know how many sales Walmart, Target, Kmart have a year?
It's a normal thing to make room in your warehouse for new shit.
Yep.
Yes.
Normal thing.
Black Friday probably might be the biggest one that everyone knows about.
Hey, why is it going to be black?
I didn't make the holiday name.
You don't get on sales that are not really sales. You just think you're getting a sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're offloading their old model year crap. That's actually what it is.
So if you have not had a chance to pick up any of the Rippaverse comics so far between ISOM 1, 2, Alpha Core, you can get all of them right now until next week. At Friday at midnight next week, the sale ends. So you can get caught up on ISOM 1, 2, Alpha Core for $5. Obviously, shipping included, obviously. Shirts, hats, any of that stuff, obviously. And tell Eric that I sent you, and then he'll give me some clout. That's really all I need, actually,
What's up? I'm Eric July, the founder and owner of Rippaverse Publishing, and we're a comic book company that has accumulated around $10 million in sales. And we've sold over 150,000 books in just 2 years. Since we've launched, we've expanded into animation with Rippaverse Studios and recently teamed up with McFarlane Toys for our first ever statue. Whether you have or have not heard of us, right now is a perfect time to become a fan if you're curious. Until August 23rd, we are running a $5 sale with over 20 eligible books and merchandise. This is a perfect time to get in on the Rippaverse. We're quickly expanding and have to make some space, so head over to Rippaverse.com and get in on the sale while you still can. Eventually, things will sell out because that's the point. Thanks, and we appreciate you becoming customers of the Rippaverse.
Wow, the gaslighting. The walls are closing in. He's got to get rid of inventory.
Walls are closing in.
I tell you what.
It's over. Oh, gosh,
hey,
man.
so he mentioned the animation. Are they have a deal in place to make it a show?
Or
it was just for that?
I think trailer. So far it's just been like trailers.
I know they just made the trailer, but like, did he mention like working on animation? Are they planning on doing more?
I think it's because they're trying to raise more money based off like the members and the sales because he said the animation costs a lot of money. Oof. Like I would say right now, just put money away for it. Honestly, I don't think animation should be the priority because they can run away with trailers like this. This was the Saoirse trailer. This one
just keep doing what he's been doing. Do that for like 5 more years and then just fucking blow it out, man.
They got 20K in sales from a $5 sale.
Jesus.
Like, and people are saying, that's not just like fans of Eric. That's a lot of people going like, hey, I didn't have money at that moment in time to buy that. Now I do. Now I can get multiple things. I don't know why people do that. They think like, because it's slashed in price, that means that basically it's going to stay slashed in price. No, it's only for a week. I swear, do you people even have ears and listen?
Yeah. So I have this app called Shop, and when you buy things, it gives you your own Shop Cash.
Yeah.
So I have Shop Cash, and you can't cash it out for money. Well, you can, but I don't think I have near enough.
Yeah.
So I went and got 4 shirts this morning with my Shop Cash.
You did? Oh shit.
Yeah. I this one's like printed and messed up, and I can't be hesitating sending it back to them. Like, look, I only paid $8 for it. I don't want to make them send me a new one. Yeah. So I bought another one this morning, $5.
I ended up before the sale happened, I had already purchased 2 things, and then I purchased like 4 things from this, and then I'm gonna do one more before the when I get paid next Friday,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do another one because, well, why not? It's literally this might be like a once a year kind of thing. Of course I am, honestly. So if you haven't gotten ISOM 2, Alpha Core, even if you already have them,
I
you
like
could
that,
pass them
Alpha.
along to friends actually haven't got in yet. And people are gonna understand. Like, that's also another thing about capitalism too, is understanding different forms of how to get money to people. If people aren't able to spend money up front, we'll give them a sale. People love sales. They'll spend a lot of money on the sales. I don't understand why people got mad at this. This is just, there's various different ways of making money.
He could
than
do
just doing it
anything
one
and
way.
they're gonna shit on him, man.
I'm
That's
buying
anything.
I'm buying Alpha Core and a Bloodruth shirt right now.
Alpha Whore.
Actually.
I think I got a Yaira shirt, the ISOM shirt, the Rippaverse shirt, and another one. I think
Yeah,
Bloodroot.
I got
Bloodroot.
I got this in the previous order before I had the $5 sale. So so I even told people, I got some extra stuff to give away, probably like on the channel, whatever, or maybe at a meetup, honestly, for people that couldn't have got it. I know Gray, also this is an announcement for Gray if he's not here, Gray Poupée and Mustard Guy. He said he couldn't get the stuff. So I ended up getting a set of the first comics for him specifically. I'll just privately DM him for his address when I get the stuff in, and I'll just send it to him. You know,
Sweet.
I don't, because he wants to read them. It's just he couldn't get them. I was like, that's fine, man. I'll just get them for you. No.
Perfect time to jump in.
Right? I got this shirt too. I think this is the
That's
best
the one,
shirt they
yeah.
have. Yeah,
I like
right.
that one a lot.
It probably sold out, man. I know I got a large.
No, they're still there.
Really?
As of this morning, they were still there.
Oh my god, they have no larges.
Man,
They have no
that
larges.
sucks.
I actually
You
got
need
this
an
shirt.
My fat ass.
Yeah,
needs
but
an
a
XL.
4X is your style, right?
My fat ass is
4XL?
wearing an
As
extra
small as they
large.
got. 4XL.
You guys are fat.
That
Oh
fits
my
you.
God.
That fits your culture, MSK.
Oh my god. Nope. You guys do not want to see the Uncle Ruckus videos I've been sending to Nate because he said he
No
loved
relation.
Show them.
No relation.
So right now,
lady,
hey,
I didn't really look at the ladies Rippaverse poster. Ooh,
for anyone that was
good
like,
one.
hey, why don't you just sell your stuff for $5? Because that person's probably a broke communist.
I like this.
Well, now's your chance. Now's your chance to get in.
Ooh, I might.
I'm gonna get the Yaira poster.
I'm about to get it right now. Actually,
What
get
will
this
stop
one.
me from buying more is the shipping. It's $10, and I live like an 8-hour drive from his.
That's actually crazy. How if you just went to a
$10.
meetup, you could just get all this stuff without the shipping costs. If you ever had a meetup right next to you, yeah. Well, there you go.
Okay.
$5
When you
sale.
put the order in with a note in there saying, "Hey, I live very close. Could I just come and pick it up and save on shipping?"
I thought
How-
about. I
hold
thought
on.
I put that in the notes.
How big are the posters? Does anybody know?
I think it says it. It's like 16 by 24.
Which is
Open
how
one?
big?
So with this cover, my
Like if
2.5
somebody can
feet
like if
by 3 feet, 4
let's
feet.
see. Basically,
how I need to
it
know.
doesn't
how
say
big
on
that
here. I don't
is.
think.
hang on. I got something here.
It doesn't say. I wish I could show you, but it
Time to
doesn't.
spice up my man
I think
cave
it's
with Yaira.
probably about this big.
Oh, that's not
That's not
bad.
bad. That's
Probably
fine.
about this
Yeah.
size, a little bit smaller.
Okay.
It's 16 by 24.
All right. Cool.
Hell yeah. So yeah, because people were like, hey, I couldn't afford it. Well, now you can. For an entire week, you can get all first 3 books.
I've
right
I've got 5 different items from the store in my fucking checkout cart right now.
now. Also,
Hey,
keep in mind,
I just got
$10
paid,
shipping.
so fuck
Keep in mind, $10 shipping as well. But my most anticipated book, Horseman, hopefully it's gonna drop soon.
I
Where's
want that one
Bloodroof
so
coming
bad.
out.
Yeah.
I want to read Bloodroof so bad, man.
I want the Norseman.
Horseman looks fucking dope,
Yeah.
dude.
All right, so there you go with that. Okay, so there's so
who's
much
ready
stuff
for the-
going on.
Who's ready for the
Hold on.
Deadpool update?
The
Me,
Deadpool
me,
update.
me,
Yes, we have
me.
Deadpool update. Yes,
Okay, so let me share the screen real quick.
Okay.
yes, sir.
And now I am going to compare. We're going to do some comparisons.
You know what? I'll buy
Daddy.
I'll buy a Yaira shirt too. Fucking.
Okay, so the bottom line is Joker. This is granted domestic. Passion of the Christ. I had to bring it up because Deadpool brought it up. And there's Deadpool Wolverine.
Oh my
Now you'll
God.
notice down here at the bottom, worldwide box office is now Deadpool and Wolverine is now number 1 rated R movie.
Of all time,
Now,
which is fucking
granted,
crazy.
that's not adjusted. Let's do the adjusted.
Okay.
Still tracking above Passion of the Christ domestically. It's beating the hell out of Joker domestically.
Good.
But worldwide,
should.
Joker still has the overall for adjusted.
Not for much longer.
Not much longer.
Longer is
But
better.
nonetheless,
Bigger.
nonetheless,
Sorry,
this
what?
is that this is a moneymaker for the studio and for Reynolds and for Hugh for their work that they put into this movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Blue Eyes
Hey,
right. It's all thanks to Peter.
Why
Yeah.
was Thor crying? Might be the most random, funniest shit they've made in years.
If that answers,
God.
if that is not question not answered by the end of phase
No,
whatever, I'm
leave
pissed.
it a mystery. I just leave it a mystery.
No,
I want
fuck
to
you.
know. I don't know what.
Fuck
I
you.
don't want to know why.
He
Thor's
said no.
crying.
Fuck you. I don't want to know.
I really
I don't
wish
want to
Peter,
know.
I really wish Peter wore glasses and then he had his glasses on the outside of the mask, because then I could actually cosplay as Peter.
You know, now that I think about it, I was watching the movie. I was like, I know this guy. Where have I seen this guy? Wait a minute. That's Darnell. Hey, buddy.
Oh. wait, hold on. Did they remove this part of the movie? I don't remember this
I'm
happening in
shaving
the
just the
movie.
mustache.
Do you
Yes.
remember this happening in the movie?
Yeah,
When
yeah. He
he's-
walks across slowly.
Yeah, he did.
flips- yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
That was the part
Yeah.
after they killed the Deadpools and they
I
came
don't
back
know
to
if
life.
he flipped them. I don't know if
Because
he flipped them
after
off.
after he killed so he's running across using Nice Pool as the shield and then dives across. They're still firing, and then
He raises the
Wolverine
dog.
holds up Dog Pool, and they all stop, and he just carries the dog across.
Yeah, but I
and
don't
flips them
think.
off.
Okay, he does. He does.
Yes, he does.
I just look. He does.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. And maybe some areas they took it out. Like some maybe parts of the world they took it out.
What? It's just
Alright.
you're number one. You're number one.
Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine has
That
out.
movie, man.
It basically outgrows Joker. It's the highest grossing rated R movie ever. That's awesome, honestly. You know? So yeah, all credit goes. It's crazy how Ryan Reynolds is having this big, like, great month for Deadpool Wolverine. His wife is just involved in some random drama
Right?
in her movie. It's just so weird. He's living on cloud nine. The alleged story is like the director has a lower back problem because he did something back in the day that caused him to have some back issues. So there's a scene where the guy
On the
had to
casting
lift
couches.
her. Yeah, the guy has to lift her. So he'd asked like, how much did she weigh?
Oh my
If
god.
you understand, if you have a back problem, you have to ask those things because
Yeah.
I don't know if people understand. That's not insulting her.
I
Saying
have a
she's
back.
fat.
yeah.
You
I have
would
back
pro-
issues.
You do not want to have
No.
more back problems because something's way too heavy. That is
Yeah.
back pain is
Before-
unbearable.
before-
Actually,
I have lower back. Like sitting right now is excruciating. This is killing me right now.
yeah.
So before I lift anything or anybody, I always ask, how much does it weigh? How much do you weigh? Because it will determine how much I can pick up.
Right.
I
And the
asked that
max is
before
probably,
too,
what,
and
50
then she
pounds?
screamed at me about body shaming.
Who?
Oh, God. I'm just saying out there, if anyone knows the story, because I've looked into it a little bit, it's not disrespectful if someone has a medical injury to ask how much that person weighs. She needs to just get the fuck over herself. Everyone knows she probably weighs like 150 pounds max anyway.
Not
You
even,
know,
dude.
Not
even.
yeah, I'm being real
But
generous.
she just
there,
had
too.
a son.
Yeah,
She just
yeah.
had a kid.
And that's the thing is, why would she? This is just the thing is, she's probably been inside the house so much ever since like COVID and having kids that she just hasn't been around people enough to the point where she thinks like a person potentially asking her how much she weighs for someone's back is a bad thing. And it's like, lady, you are too far removed from society. This is general first
And
world
wait,
problems.
It's not even her first kid. It's the third kid.
Yeah, you know,
Look, like she looks after 3 is fucking fantastic.
yeah, and you know, some people had said she was Taylor Swift's best friend. It's like, what? I don't know what that's to do with anything, but I mean, if you're saying she has a bad personality because she's a friend of Taylor Swift, I'd be like, well, yeah, I imagine. All white girls generally have bad personalities, you know. So
No,
Oh, God.
just white liberal women.
Good Lord, man. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with that. And just letting everyone know here, 2 episodes of Full Day of going to the movie theater. Me and Nate will be reviewing Shark Night.
I never agreed to that.
I didn't give you your fucking permission. What the hell?
Still gonna resist on that.
Okay, good. I'll just take all the clout for myself.
Yeah, and Strahd's gonna take all your clout.
Strahd is for losers, and so is D&D. Good Lord.
Tell that to my streaming numbers, motherfucker.
You know what's crazy? After we brought this show over from Rumble to here, the watch hours have just like exponentially exploded.
Right.
Yeah. I also feel, hey, the like, you know, go watch our previous episodes from 1 to 4.99 on Rumble or any podcasting platforms to listen to. Absolute amazing content there. The reason why I can't upload it in order, even when I wanted to, was because people were so unfiltered. There was an episode that I tried to upload at a point, and it gave me a warning without even putting the episode out. It was just, this is so unbelievably past YouTube's guidelines. Yeah, I was like, okay, it's fine. We start at 500. And we just go from there, you know, and if people want to seek out to binge the other episodes, you can, you know, and it's in the about section of the channel. Actually, you can go and read it, check out where the previous episodes are at. But now for some boy talk, man talk, you know.
All I know is I've lost the bet. My day is passed since I projected this channel to get shut down.
I went 6 weeks. You beat me, man. I'm proud.
I mean, he's gone past where I thought he would get to.
I don't like you guys.
I'm proud of you.
That's not a bad thing.
All right, guys. So I bought all my Rippaverse stuff because of the sale. I got Alpha Core #1. I got cover B, Blood Roof T-shirt, a Yaira poster, Rippaverse hat, and a Yaira T-shirt.
You do know we would talk man stuff, and you interrupted that, right?
Yeah,
fuck off.
Leave us the white man to just basically put out his privilege in front of us minorities, you know.
I work for my money.
I watched this interview.
That's pretty good selection.
I watched this interview about a black woman that runs a Trump store down in the South, and she literally sells white privilege cards.
Yes. Ooh,
I bought my dad a black privilege card one Christmas. It was fucking funny, dude.
The Hodge twins used to sell white privilege cards.
They did.
Oh
yeah.
Yes. God,
I wanted one so bad.
Yeah, got a new show for y'all. Got a damn good show. I love them motherfuckers, man. Y'all look like a bunch of. Jeez, I'm not even gonna finish that. Dude, I love how you can now tell them apart because Keith is the one that don't shut the fuck up, and Kevin is the one that's like, dude, chill out. Like, stop. You're like, you're gonna get us fucking canceled. Dude, I love their older videos where they were just standing in front of a camera. And Keith would literally just, I got a demon in me.
Those are great. Yeah.
Them motherfuckers are funny, dude.
On to the man talk. I've seen two.
Two men?
Chunka was like, that got really homosexual real quick.
They got a little. Actually, 3 Cybertrucks in the wild. And
Really?
my God, they are so fucking ugly.
I saw one the other day when I went to go have lunch with my older boss.
And then one had like a wrap on it that was almost like a digital wrap. And that looks so bad.
You know, they say it's bulletproof, but it
It's
sure as
not.
hell ain't waterproof.
It's not bulletproof. I watched a video they shot through the vehicle, and then they used one to try and pull a Ford off of like a pipe, and it ripped the aluminum bumper
Really?
off.
I watched Joe Rogan shoot a bow and arrow at it, and it bounced right off of it without a fucking scratch.
I'd love to try, but I had to pawn my bow and arrows off. So I'm kind of without them right now. Well, I had to buy groceries.
Well.
Thank you, Bidenomics.
He couldn't save the city, so he sold his bow and arrow and retired. Now he's
Queen
on
Industries.
podcast.
Well, no. I had to buy groceries.
Queen Industries is not doing too hot these days.
Holy shit!
What you got, MSK? What's our man talk?
About some video gammon.
Video gammon.
Yeah,
video gammon. Someone that I actually met in real life had a video game take that people started to break down on. Honestly, we talked about it a little bit last time, the Cloud9 podcast, but I wanted to just get your guys' thoughts on it about the whole Nate Shot take on video gamers being
Oh.
angry. Okay, so let's go on over.
There
this
are
right
some
now.
angry gamers out there.
There are. I will say this. People that are in these kind of spaces can point out the weird people. I've never been someone where I've been like, well, all people in this space are saints, right? There are some genuinely weird people,
There's
just in
some
general.
crazy motherfuckers out there, dude.
People that like make weird anime noises, stink. They fucking like talk funny in real life. Like, but that like those are just weird people, you know? But then again, there'd be weird people in everything, honestly, you know? And we're gonna go over this right here. So here was the video that a lot of people started talking about. And we're gonna go over it right now. So just obviously, if you want to chime in, just feel free to tell me. So Nadeshot was a former Call of Duty pro. He had played for Optic Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to be. Something happened with him and Hector. Hector's the guy that owns Optic Gaming. Nadeshot went and did its own thing with 100 Thieves. There's around the time that the venture capital came into the esports scene. He does 100 Thieves. He's a lot of venture capital from Cleveland, Ohio, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Obviously, you know, LeBron James, venture capital right there, you know. And 100 Thieves was pretty big for a little bit there. Had a lot of content out there, but they started falling off massively after a while, you know, layoffs and esports winter and all that stuff. Actually, Nadeshot ended up getting married, so I think he had a kid. I'm pretty sure he had a kid. So he hasn't been able to do content as much as he would like. 100 Thieves hasn't really been doing that well in the other esports titles that they've been in. They're only in League, Valorant, and the Call of Duty League right now. So I know like Hypnotic on his show was like, hey, Nadeshot sponsored by other people. No. Like the sponsors he has are for 100 Thieves, right? Now, keep in mind, the sponsors that the esports industry has, keep in mind, they're not really paying the best right now. I mean, basically the logic is like any money is good money. Obviously, you know, they are sponsored by Subway, which is kind of cool, but like how much money is Subway really paying them for content? It's like, you know,
Subway's closing stores, so nah.
Yeah, they tried to do like their own energy drink, as you guys remember, that failed. They tried doing their own keyboards, that failed. They tried to make their own video game, that failed. No. 100 Thieves.
Oh,
Nadeshot. Yeah.
Say, wait a minute, what? Where was I for this?
Good God, Lord. So
the keyboard, well, the problem was the keyboards were only foot long, but then people measured them and found out they were only 11 inches.
Subway making
So-
video games? Good Lord, man.
You should have left him. That was great. So hearing your uncle from the other room like yelling something. I love it.
So like even in League of Legends, he's basically cut back the
foot long.
What is wrong with this guy? Oh my God. So like even in League of Legends, Nadeshot's basically cut back like a lot of the funding for the team. He hasn't been going all out. He hasn't even been involved in League of Legends that much with the team. They split up all. I mean, most esport orgs did this. They like split up all their content on different YouTube channels for monetization purposes. But I don't know. 100 Thieves as a brand is kind of like fallen off. And he has some hot women that are on his org, but like that's it. And he has Valkyrie and that girl Brooke. And he has Courage. People know who Courage is, obviously. All right, let's go.
There's something weird that has happened in the gaming
Well, Chloe, I have 9 inches, so you know I know how to deal with that.
community.
$6.
I'm serious too when I say this. For some reason, everybody in the gaming community wants they want games to fail.
But that's the problem, though.
No, he's wrong. 100%
That's just
wrong.
wrong. Like
He's
I like.
100%
Come on,
wrong.
I've
That's
met
a
Nate
trap.
Shot in real life. I think he's a pretty cool guy. Back in 2018, I even got a picture with him on my Instagram. Nate, buddy, that is just wrong, buddy.
I didn't see what he did. I didn't see what he did.
Because the problem here, because this is why I don't typically like when owners of esport orgs or people that they're in this position say certain things like that, because you know they're from a position, not from a position of like, I'm not saying genuine, but it's more like it's a direct conflict of interest. He would have to say that because if he
He's
says
being
the
paid?
other thing, well, you're not going to get any advertisers.
Do you think
You know,
he's saying this to keep sponsors?
If he goes up and he says these are the reasons why games are failing, advertisers will definitely pull out.
Well, he did give a reason.
Whether it was good or bad, That's up for you to decide. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say any gamer wants games to fail. Because if you make games that no one wants to buy, then they'll fail. That literally happened back in the day. People understand that happened. All these things that he's talked about in this video that everyone's brought up have happened before. We just weren't exposed to them because the internet. No, max 9 inches.
Very bizarre. Like the whole thing with XDefiant is still like stumps me to this day. People complain about not having enough games to play, but when new games
No. There's enough games to play. There's not enough good games to play in people's minds. Actually, there's enough games to play if you really look.
I
come
think the
out-
only I was gonna say I think the only good game I've had a chance to play recently that's come out within the past year is probably Stellar Blade. That's about it.
What was the last game you bought that you were excited for?
Stellar
Your
Blade.
PS5?
Super
Before that.
Mario Brothers 3.
Oh,
Final
before
Fantasy
that?
VII
Before that,
remake.
did you play like Elden Rings or Elder Scroll or whatever it's called?
Yeah, it was Elden Ring.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And-
enjoyed the shit out of Elden Ring.
And calling to a good game is subjective.
Actually,
What's good
no.
to you is like I think that those Elden Ring games, so that's all to me. That's horse shit. I don't like the style of gameplay.
Baldur's
that's
Gate
me.
3. Baldur's
That's my
Gate 3.
preference.
I'm still trying to beat E ET.
Oh god
Oh
damn.
my god.
On the Atari, the fuck?
On the actual console. No, like good games are subjective. Was
I
it
don't
good
know.
to me?
I when I got my
May not be good
transphobe
to you.
simulator, it was good.
You know what?
I
I
got my
thought you just said
transphobe
Oh.
simulator.
I swear I thought you just said my anal probe simulator. I'm like, oh my god, that sounds great. Sign me up for that game right now. Good
Oh.
lord. But yeah, like that's the thing too, is if people on his side say these games are good, then you should be out there promoting how good these games are. Because we know they get endorsed by sponsors to do these kind of things. Well, you
Yeah.
need to prove these games are good. Play them on your streams, do playthroughs of them, But at the end of the day, it's kind of something what the free market is. You kind of let the consumer and audience decide what is considered good and what they want to spend money on.
I see so far overall with him, I feel like he's almost like he's acting like Access Media. He's coming out and attacking people because it's not so much that people are wishing for bad games or a game to fail. Usually those attacks of hope that it doesn't do well is usually based on exactly what their marketing is or what they've done or what the company is doing internally when it comes to DEI and woke agenda. So we see previews of games coming out. It's full of the message. And we're like, well, hopefully this bombs so it'll actually teach these AAA studios a lesson to stop doing this crap.
But like Star Wars and Disney, they're not fucking learning.
No, they're not.
Actually, another thing I'll tackle onto what Drunken said. Remember, we were on the show before we brought the show to YouTube. It was like episode 499, 498. We did we showed off the Nintendo showcase trailers. We're all excited for those. Outside of like maybe one or two we're not going to play. It made me literally want to go and find my Switch to play those games and stream them for you guys. It goes to show you if there are good games out there that they show trailers for and they show not just trailers because trailers are different from the actual gameplay. You show gameplay, their interest will be there if it's considered good.
Now, hold on. We just talked about
Yeah.
good games being subjective. You mean good as in not the message good, or is that what you're referring to?
Walter
Like
pointed this out last
matching
night.
to us.
So
Mhm.
Walter pointed this out last night. I think they need to go back to making good single player games without that stuff that you said. Because everything's a multiplayer battle royale, microtransaction, DLC fucking bullshit now. That's a problem with eventually that's gonna be a problem with gaming. Because remember, we also had an episode on here where we talked about. Remember, we went through the articles that the media put out. Hey, I'm not saying I'm just going with the information that they're saying. Record low console sales, record low console game sales. Okay, just in general, the interest is going down. I'm sorry, it's like people are getting fed up with bullshit. Not just DEI stuff. There's stuff way before DEI, microtransactions, fucking DLC bullshit, buggy games coming out. Remember the Cyberpunk situation that happened a few years ago? That was just like a few years ago.
I mean, the game's good. The game's good now, but yeah, when it launched, there were a lot of people demanding
Legendary
refunds.
one. People, I know people love the Arkham games, and I do too. Remember when Arkham Knight dropped on the fucking
on PC? Oh god.
Remember that?
Oh god.
So bad they had to refund everybody, and then give them a free game after that.
Just to kind of co-op what Darnell was saying, I think it's a mix of both. Yeah, on one hand, I think people are sick of the DEI bullshit because it has infested a good chunk of the gaming industry now. And
Everything.
people are just
Yeah.
fucking tired of it, dude. The other part, like MSK pointed out, it's just the low quality of games. And, sometimes these games are released unfinished. They're released, as buggy, glitchy fucking messes. And sometimes, the biggest complaint I hear about some of Sony's games is that they kind of follow the same formula. It's that third person over the shoulder perspective kind of action RPG game. There's no innovation there. It's just
what's
the
funny
same
about
kinda
that?
shit.
Is you can say that and people will take that as a valid criticism of the game. If I say Assassin's Creed, whatever's coming out, and it's the same type of gameplay as the first fucking Assassin's Creed, people will fucking crucify me when it's the exact same fucking type of gameplay. Oh, I can do some cool shit, but it's basically here's your map. You start here, find the place to jump from. Find a place to jump. It's the same shit.
I want to tack on to what you
I get
said
crucified,
right
but that's valid.
And even just for Assassin's Creed players or games with bigger franchises with a lot of fans, they even shit on those people. The games that are basically the same every single time, it's just a little bit differences here and there. Like, they even make new sequels that aren't even like the other one. Yeah.
The only game, like I said, I've enjoyed this year so far is probably Stellar Blade. There isn't much that's come out this year that I've really enjoyed. Like, I'm not looking forward to Star Wars Outlaws because it's Ubisoft fucking garbage. And like you said, they're going to infest that with microtransactions out the ass. And you can already see the warning signs. It's all over their fucking website. Pre-order now, get this, get that, pre-order now. They're doing it with Assassin's Creed Shadows too. And it's just fucking ridiculous. People don't buy video games to be fed all this extra bullshit. Look, I pay $70 for the game. That alone right there should be it. Done. Transaction complete. I shouldn't have to be bombarded over the fucking head with all this other bullshit that I'm not interested in. I just want to play the fucking game. Like, leave me alone.
Helldivers 2.
Yeah.
Remember what Sony tried doing? They tried to basically screw people and scam them out of their own money. This is just like a few months ago.
Yeah, like with the release of Star Wars Outlaws coming out, dude, the last true fun Star Wars game I played was Jedi Survivor. And once again, this was another game that when it launched, oh fuck, dude, it was plagued to death with glitches, bugs. I mean, it's come back, it's good, but another problem is, like I said earlier, a lot of games release like this. We no longer live in an era where, these developers, they make the games and they have to keep working on it until it's done. It's complete. They can just re-release it. They can just release it in any fucking state they want and then go back and, patch it later, which is just fucking dumb.
The whole making account thing. Every game now, you got to make an account. Back in the day, you put a game in, you just fucking played.
I shouldn't have to spend $70 for a product that is not fucking finished. That's a problem.
I agree. But with an asterisk here. If you're gonna if you're gonna fix it later for free for me, I'm fine paying you $70 now. If you're gonna give me the free fix later. Now that being said,
how long does it take to finish that thing?
That being said, I think people are trying. I think companies are trying to put games out too fast to appease the fans because people's attention spans, and this was in one of my favorite lines from the movie Basketball, people's attention spans can be measured by nanoseconds. If you take too long to put out the sequel, they're going to put out the game. People are going to turn on you.
Yeah.
So,
I think
precious time. There, so you had this much time. Now you have this much time, and in this much time is dedicated to making sure the game fits DEI. So that directly affects the quality of a game.
Well, if you look at
in addition to that, it also with all of the deadlines and things like that the bean counters and the executives say this is the launch date. You got to have it done by this. It's launching, whether it's done or not.
That's what CEO should say.
Yeah, but they don't. They just do it because they're looking at it from a dollar.
I'd love to run a company. I would love to run a company.
You would find a way to make a harem in there, would you, Darnell?
No, but I would be like Elon Musk on steroids,
before we go back to what Nature gonna say, remember how we just had the Microsoft, the Xbox CEO lady the one
You're
that runs the
right.
gaming
Mhm.
division.
Yeah.
Remember the interviewer asked her, even though this game was successful and sold many copies and made the company profit, why did you cancel it? And then she's like, well, you know, it is what it is. And it's like, what the fuck?
Never forget the viral video of EA CEO going, you know, one of the things we ask ourselves is this good for the player? Is this good for the player?
Oh shit.
What the fuck?
Even before they played it, they're like, that game sucks. I'm not going to play it. Listen, man, if we keep tearing down these
Here's the problem. So pause. It's in the marketing. It's how they market the game. If the game looks like shit and it looks like it's going to be infested with all this bullshit that we've talked about, I'm not going to fucking buy it. I don't care that I haven't played it yet. It looks unappealing at that point, and I'm not going to waste money on it.
Another
I don't need
example.
to play it.
There was a
if that's what
black
you got.
lady that released a video months ago. Remember how she said she doesn't hire this person working on the game? She said she doesn't hire white people because of microaggressions. Like, why would I ever support? Like, why would I ever support someone like that?
That's the other thing is buying the games end up supporting the bullshit.
And now you
Yeah.
look at Assassin's Creed Shadows. You know, it's getting a lot of flack in Japan right now because of the way they're portraying what's his face, when historically he was never a samurai to begin with. Yeah, he might have been around samurai, but he himself was never a fucking samurai. And now EEA is basically trying to say that the entirety of Japan is fucking racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to gaslight everyone into thinking that Japan's just a horrible fucking place filled with horrible racist people.
And didn't the writer of the game, like his Wikipedia page, like he lied on his Wikipedia page or somebody involved in the game?
Someone edited it. I remember.
Yeah, someone edited it.
It was him. I think it was him that edited it.
Make good games. Like, yeah, not every single one is going to be fun, and not every single one is going to be a hit. But if we're
No shit.
like preying on its downfall before the game even comes out,
You destroyed your own argument right there.
Don't
crap.
question, guys. Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
Really?
Hey, don't shame me as a consumer.
Consumer, the fuck? Don't call me a Sith monkey. The fuck?
Hey, I'm a consumer. Company comes, I eat it, and I get ready for next cum.
Hey,
That's
calm down,
disgusting.
Force Monkey.
Oh my god.
You Sith.
Oh,
You-
Damn stiggers.
You Siga, what the hell?
Oh my god.
happen. Nobody's going to be investing in gaming and making new games.
No,
Not
wrong.
gonna- it's
Hold on.
Wrong. That
Pause.
see,
No.
right there again. Wrong.
People are not going to invest in bad games
Games.
that they know are going to be bad. People are still going to show up if the product looks good. If it looks like shit, people are not going to buy it.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck
Yeah.
do you mean? Stupid. Sorry.
Oh, good lord. You're good?
Fucking play. You're going to be sitting here playing MW2 remastered edition. You're
What's
gonna be
wrong with
sitting here
that?
Trying to play fucking.
To be fair, I have never. I mean, people shit on Call of Duty for being the same shit over and over again. Remember, they've only just recently started doing that bullshit like some years back. Remember last year that bullshit they were trying to do with
Yeah.
Activision? Oh my god, they're so lucky they still have players for that brain dead fucking franchise they call Call of Duty.
They might not even have players much longer because Activision keeps nuking fan projects. Like, have you heard about that?
The same old games for the 1,000th
Tell you
time
about it later.
because these billionaires and fucking.
But that's what people do for Fortnite, League, Valorant, Dota, CS:GO 2, Overwatch, Street Fighter. Many people play the same games over because if you're getting a great experience from it, that's fine. You know,
Yeah.
there's nothing really wrong with that.
Almost nightly, I play Fortnite.
Why
at
do you
least 2 hours almost every night?
Why do you think it's been nearly 15 years since Skyrim fucking came out and I still play that shit
People
daily?
play Skyrim.
Oh, they release an update for it for every new console.
Like,
Yeah.
That thing came out on 360, and then
but
they did the
but
one,
but
and then
there's a
they did
reason
the SX.
doing it. It's because people love that fucking game and people are going to buy it.
Yeah,
You know-
well, yeah, that's what I was saying about Fortnite. Fortnite is just a fucking game. There's
Just
no
a battle royale
DEI,
shooter. That's all
no
Fortnite is. Yeah.
no DEI. Now they did have. I don't know if they still have the mode, the original mode, the one you have to pay for. That was kind of. I mean, in concept, I never played, but it was concept pretty cool. You build a base and you have to survive hordes of zombies. That's pretty fucking cool concept. But either way, there's no messaging. There's no bullshit. Yeah, they'll have influencers.
Skyrim
or,
has
like,
racism in it.
skins for like influencers or
Influence.
whatever.
I love influencers.
But you know what? Influencers. But you know what? It's still just they haven't changed the game.
Yeah.
They haven't made it political. They've thrown in
Coming up is
Sorry.
Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 4, Dragon Ball aka Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero. You know why people are gonna play that? Because people just Dragon Ball Z is just focused on being a good Dragon Ball Z game. A lot of people are gonna buy that. I won't buy that. If I play I play the shit out of that game, and I am. I'm right back in the gaming bigger.
There's a huge reason I've gone back and I've played some of the older Spider-Man games, especially the ones on the original Xbox and
That's what I'm
360
saying.
eras.
Here, Uno. We're gonna be playing Uno. You know how old Uno is? It was pretty old. Or just recent, because people ask me, what's the most recent game you bought? So that 2D Dragon Ball Z game, Dragon Ball Z Fighters, literally the roster is half complete. Do you know how much money you have to spend to get the entire complete roster? So they give you most of the characters, and the rest of the roster costs about $150
Wow.
for the better characters.
Wow.
Like, what the hell is that?
I think the game that encompassed the best model to me, and again, as I'm a consumer from a consumer standpoint, not from a business standpoint, because I don't own Fortnite is free.
Microtransactions for life.
Well, hold on, they have a way around. I honestly, I paid to get a battle pass, earned enough levels to unlock the in-game cash, so I haven't bought a battle pass in a few years. I just keep using I haven't paid for shit. But Grand Theft Auto 5 is the best model from a gamer standpoint. I paid $60 for the game. I've gotten at least 5 or 6 more full games worth of content just from their massive DLC releases. I haven't paid a fucking penny for them because they're giving them to us.
Also, keep in mind, even a game like Street Fighter, why do people still keep playing games like Smash, Street Fighter, Tekken? Because they're the same thing, but you enjoy the gameplay experience. A lot of the games that people keep playing, the gameplay is dropped off a cliff. It's basically like, how about I say this though? You know those Telltale games that were really big at a certain point? Most games are just like interactive movies now.
Yeah,
that's the other problem is and you listen to some of these reviewers, it's like, oh, there just wasn't enough, or the game was too hard.
The game's too hard.
They need to give easy mode.
It's funny that he mentions Telltale. I've got the entire Walking Dead collection right here in one disc.
Oh my god, Nate, stop! I hate you.
I am a gamer. Leave me alone.
$1 billion publishers. They're not gonna greenlight any new games.
Nate, the $1 billion publishers are the ones ruining gaming. What are you talking about? This man's been so critical of Riot Games, dude. These are the companies ruining it.
Video game.
A concept, any new IP. I mean, I try to put myself in the shoes of myself when I was like 16 years old, but I can't. I was excited for new games when they came out.
Nate, that doesn't even make logical sense.
Well, it sounds like it's a you problem.
When we were all younger, to a certain extent, I can agree with him on this. We were all excited about these various things like new movies coming out, video games, TV shows. What's the reason these things stopped interesting you in the way where people did like overnight camps, where you just were so excited to go and watch something the day up because you just wanted to be in the conversation and see it?
Well, we didn't have the internet.
Yeah. I'll also say this. If he's having those feelings, it could also just be that you've grown up a bit, dude. You're not as excited about this stuff as you used to be. Believe me, when I was a kid, video games were pretty much my fucking life. You know, my mom hated it. She wished I would go the fuck outside sometimes. And you know what? It got to the point where she was like, okay, you're only allowed to play video games for an hour a day. Go outside, play with your cousins, and just fuck off in the woods or something. I don't know. But the thing is, you grow, you evolve, and your tastes change. So,
yeah,
you know, if you're not enjoying it, you know, as much now as you did when you were 16, that's probably why, dude. And plus, overexposure is a factor too, because someone did mention the internet. You know what I mean?
There's another thing to mention too. That's what I said about the MCU that, you know, you guys don't entirely see my point yet on it, but I'll make you see it eventually. When you are exposed to something for a very, very long time, at some point, I can't ever tell you when. At some point, it will not feel the same.
No, yeah, I agree.
You're gonna get sick.
That's just at some point, it's not that newest thing that you enjoyed. I'm sorry, it's just how that works.
And in his case too, well, I just don't feel the same way. And trying to put it in, it's like, yeah, because you probably didn't buy those video games at that age too. Now that you're actually having to spend the money on the games, realizing they're shit, and going, I just blew money on this and wasted it.
And it's also possible he has some kind of mental illness. Hold on for a second. I mean, in the sense that depression makes you not enjoy your hobbies.
Could be.
Also, a lot of us suffer with shit like that.
Just to back up the point a little more, The Last of Us Part 2. I remember when this game was announced, I was the first one that threw my fucking hands in the air and said, fuck yes, let's fucking go. And it turns out when I played through the game, I was like, this sucks. You know what I mean?
You're like, this is one of the video games of all time.
Did you see the actress who played Abby in the, for the upcoming season? They gave her extra security.
Oh
I don't doubt it.
Keep in mind, she got more security detail than Donald Trump did.
She's got more security detail than Donald Trump, dude.
Running it out.
You know what's funny? The actress that plays Abby in this game, the real life actress, she's fucking gorgeous, man. Yeah. She's beautiful. So how the fuck does Abby look like She-Hulk? Like, what the hell happened?
Going back to the midnight release thing, I remember working security for GameStop for the I don't remember which Resident Evil it was, but they had the entire store like done up like a freaking graveyard. Employees dressed up like characters. They had a line of people. I have a small community, like 10,000 people max, if that many.
Okay.
And they had a huge fucking line, and that was the last release that I can remember. That if you bought it early, you could get some cool free shit. Not like in-game stuff, but like a shirt. Like Final Fantasy VII is to me is the that and Tekken 3 is the two biggest releases in my mind. Because Tekken 3, you got a shirt, you got a cover for the disc tray, and you got a book that gave you all kinds of information about shit. Final Fantasy 7 came with a fucking shirt and a bunch of other cool shit. You don't get anything anymore when you pre-order shit.
Right.
Yeah, that makes pre-ordering special, right?
They make you you think you get something digital, but you know what? Every release I've ever gotten since that Resident Evil game, I've bought after the release, opened the box, and what they said you get at release day was the paper inside with the code for it.
Yeah.
Months later.
Straight Bean says, I like The Last of Us too. Here's the thing. I'll say this. From a gameplay aspect, it's fun. I do enjoy the shooting mechanics. I enjoy scrounging around for supplies and fighting your way through waves of enemies. That part of the game is really cool. I just think the story and the narrative could have been handled a lot better than what we got.
Also, people need to understand, keep in mind, if people like let's just say on Nate Shot's side of the aisle that really do like these games and say they're that good, then why are you
every time you
guys
say Nate,
always...
I think you're talking about me.
Just his fucking hell. Nate. What a freaking conundrum that is. Just saying, if these games are as good as you guys always say, it's just the fact that everyone like them always focuses on what the other people are saying. There's not a balance of, like you said before, negative and positive. Well, if you want there to be some genuine nuance when it comes to these topics, you bring it. You yourself would have to be, this is saying of you got to be the change you want. No one ever does. They just want to complain about someone else's opinion instead of just doing the work yourself and investing in the work to do it. Like, it's not going to change overnight, you know? And keep in mind, people said, well, back in the day, no one complained about the stuff like we had with the comic discussion on last Tuesday. I'm just saying right now, if anyone thought that no one complained about shit back in the day because you didn't have an internet exposure to it, you are a crackhead. Just think of like out of sight. Because you didn't see it doesn't mean it wasn't going on. I just would imagine it wasn't as bad as it was now.
Yep.
That's all it was. God. Oh, I hate you all of you.
No, you're right, dude. You're absolutely right.
Too many options. We've seen too many different games. We've seen too many different ways to interact with games. Like back in the day.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
What's wrong with that?
What's that one game where you pick out someone who's the killer? Among Us. Is it Among Us? I think it's called Among Us. It was the game where like you pick out a killer amongst a team. That's basically just kind of like a whodunit. It's not a
that's like Clue, man, but that was fun as shit to play. I liked it.
There's not just too many games. You have to have a fun, interactive game someone wants to play.
Let me rephrase. I liked it when I played with people who weren't a bunch of 5-year-old kids who just would call an emergency meeting and just vote people randomly. I don't like your color. Let's vote for blue. And then you out the game and it's like, all right. I played with
got
my kids in closed lobbies where me and them four playing, and every time they would do that shit, it's like, this is not fun for me, guys.
I got booted from my Destiny 2 clan because they did not like the armor and weapons that I was using. They were like, you need to use this, you need to use that. I'm like, fuck off. This game has like 3 million weapons and armor. Let me use what I want to use. And they booted me.
Bro, in 2007, when Halo 3, Gears of War 1, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare dropped the same fucking year, bro, we were lined up outside of GameStops, whether it was in a mall or attached to a fucking
I can
Hollywood
back him up.
deal,
Those were some good
and they were
times.
waiting.
Yeah, those are good times. Everyone
Yeah.
loves those times. Everyone loved them.
because
Yeah,
you
same
didn't
what we
ha-
agree
because you didn't have to download it anymore. You actually had to go and get
That
physical,
physical
media.
experience,
And on
Matt,
top of
like,
that,
it was
it-
good. Yeah.
Right. And on top of that, the studios were actually putting out a good product. So of course people were excited. People were going to midnight releases. Now
I've only done a midnight release one time in my life, and that was when
Me
Grand
too,
Theft Auto
yeah.
5 was coming out.
was fun.
It was fun. It was a lot of
Sure.
fun.
Yeah. Remember all those interactive experiences we had about, because you would go out and you would talk to like-minded people, make friends, maybe you get
Wait.
gamer tags, all that stuff, you know?
Wait, I think maybe we misunderstand. I think you said the interacting with games, not the or like back it up a couple seconds and play it for a little bit. I think we may have misunderstood something.
Okay.
Back up about 3-4 seconds. Yeah, that's good. Right there.
Sitting there waiting, camped out, drinking fucking Mountain Dew, waiting for these new games for the midnight release.
I'm
Drinking Mountain
So
Dew.
excited about it. Now when new games come out, we're fucking sitting around a goddamn fire, which artifact like
All right,
doing a
pause.
satanic-
What?
Yeah, he didn't mean like interacting with the game, like the type of game. He meant like interacting with like other gamers.
No, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I knew what he meant. He basically went like,
okay.
No.
we were
I
so
really don't-
excited that we went to midnight release and stuff like that and had a different way of interacting. No, I got what he said, but it's like, yeah, people, that's not a disagreeable point because anyone that's a gamer would know that kind of stuff. It's like, okay, yeah, it was a great time. I
I
agree.
told my 8-year-old, my son, he is like massive in the games, and my 5-year-old. And when the other day I was talking, I was like, hey, Dad used to go to these midnight releases, and they're like, what? Yeah, like a game would come out. Like, say a game comes out on the 19th, and today's the 18th. Well, at midnight, it's the 19th, right? And they're like, yeah. Well, what happens on the 19th? You can buy the game. Yes. You know what happens? They open the doors, everyone goes in, you pick up your game, you pay for it, and it's like midnight. You know you gotta go to bed, but you're so excited, and you run home. Usually your game and like a bag, like a shirt, and some cool free shit. And they're like, people used to do that? Like, yeah,
I
man.
used to do-
That's
I
how it
used
used to be.
I used to do that for movies too. I remember when I was a kid, the last time I did this, and this is gonna be going back to Twilight, of course. My mom wanted to see Breaking Dawn Part 2 when it was coming out. Me, her, my sister.
So in the midnight.
We went to the midnight showing of Breaking Dawn Part 2. You know what? It was a lot of fun. It was fucking great.
Dude, I remember the Harry Potter books with the midnight releases.
Did you get hit on by
It's
a
a
lot
big
of
thing.
older women there, Nate?
I did.
I was a teenager, and you know what? There were a lot of other teenage girls there like me at the time. And you know what?
Okay.
I found out pretty quickly that I got some riz. If I truly want to use
just
it.
a little bit of risk. He's like, I'm Team Jacob.
Dude,
what are
I'm
you?
sitting there. Dude, here's the thing. I totally took advantage of it because I'm sitting there. I had seen all the other movies in the theater because of my mom, and I'm sitting there just totally geeking out about Twilight with a bunch of fucking girls talking about the lore and shit. It was fun. I was having a lot of fun that night.
So the last thing that I want to talk about for Nate Shot's video is where it's the common notion of these guys where people like him will say his line of, well, these guys just sit around and complaining. This thing is, when you're passionate about something, you talk about it. Are we just not supposed to talk about anything, even when we're passionate about something? You're basically
Only if it's a
shut
good
up.
something good.
Yeah, you're basically just supposed to shut up and just like not talk and not give your opinion. It's like, dude, I'm not living like that. If you want to live like that, go ahead and live like that. Live your own life the way you want to. I'm not doing that.
They want you to only talk if you're talking positive.
Yeah, or talk in the positive that they agree with, or which you align with.
Right.
Other teenagers like me. There you go. Sorry.
Oh Lord, man.
No,
You know, if you want
Walter had it
to,
right.
if you want to clip it and make a meme out of it, cool. Go ahead.
I just caught it.
I slip up and say shit like that from time to time. Fuck it. Nas quackery moment. All right.
Nas quackery moment.
Nas quack
Holy
moment.
crap. Okay. I mean, I'll get you guys' last, opinions, thoughts, concerns. Maybe you guys want to, have sex with my wife, except
Obviously,
Darnell.
Nate, we don't know what you meant.
Uh,
I mean,
Drunken. Oh, sorry, Darnell. I'll ask you first.
Oh.
What do you think about?
oh,
what
I
Nate said?
thought you already asked me. I'm sorry.
They're fine.
I think, like I said, the guy is. I don't know much. I know a little bit about Nate Shot and about his. I used to watch him a few times a long time ago.
Mhm.
He's trying to be shock jockey, or he is.
Never gonna live this down.
No, you won't. He's either shock jockey or there's something influencing that, or he's just got his fingers so far away from the fucking pulse that gamers don't want games to fail. We just tired of being lectured to and having DEI shoved in our faces. Bottom line, that's why everything that is formerly good is failing now.
I don't think we wouldn't be talking about it if we didn't enjoy these things.
That's the
what I mean?
thing. You
know,
inherently would talk about them if you enjoyed it. Yeah.
The reason we talk about the bad stuff is because we're passionate about this stuff. We want things to go back to being good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We do talk about these things positively. Shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna use this one as an example. Deadpool Wolverine.
Just talk about that positively.
Just talk about it.
Yeah. That
is
is my movie of all movies. That will be the ultimate top tier
Oh,
movie for me. Not the movie of not movie it's a movie of movie. Nothing tops this for me.
It's the greatest movie that has ever moved.
I swear to God, it is Citizen fucking Kane.
Well,
okay,
maybe it sounds that way because we have the same feelings as these people that they're saying it elsewhere. That's about it. I can tell you, bud. Maybe we get the same opinions as these people. That
everyone's talking about it.
the
Can
same.
we not?
There's a saying, great minds think alike.
Yeah.
And look, there's so many people talking about it that you're gonna hear the same opinions across a mass amount of fucking different
and then you're going to hear
channels.
the different opinions from the people that have different opinions. That's
yeah,
just how it works. It's not it's not a one-way street kind of thing. It's like, here, I'll add this to the clip anyway. Do you talk positively about stuff? Well, yeah.
100%.
But the thing is, people ignore when you talk about positive because they don't want to acknowledge that you did, because they want to keep this narrative in your head that you're only a negative person. Even when you talk positive, it gets discontinued. It just does, honestly. Now, that literally isn't saying great minds think alike, because I could be thinking the same thing you are, but we could just voice it differently. But we just thought the same randomly. So that's how random thoughts work.
Look, echo chamber. That's one of those. Hold on one second, Nate. That's one of those buzzwords, man. I get what it means, but again, I go back to what I said. Now everyone and their mom has a fucking podcast. Everyone and their mom has a fucking YouTube channel.
X account, Instagram.
Now, are you saying echo chamber because that's what came to mind, or because you heard that from somewhere?
I was gonna get to that, but thank you. You did.
I'm just saying.
End it. But you hear the same talking points on every on the type of people you have the same mentality with, right? So you're gonna hear the same talking points. Like I watch Everything Always. I watch Jeremy Johns. I watch Disparu.
Yep.
I watch Neurotic. I watch Geeks and Gamers. I watch Josiah Rises. I could go on and on. And every single people have the same. I'm not gonna say the same exact wording, but they have the same feelings about it. And if I went and looked up other people, I'm sure I'd see different ones. It just looks like we're all just repeating what each other are saying.
You said people ignore the positive. No, dude. Earlier, I mentioned The Last of Us Part 2.
I
may not like it narratively, but I like the gameplay.
He does have a point, though. He does have a point.
Yeah,
negativity does bring in viewers.
It does.
But the thing is, that leads to a different. Oh God, no, I'm not saying you. It leads to an entirely different conversation. Because that to me, that's mostly just deflecting, not you. What I'm saying is, if you yourself are only exposed to like 5 really big channels, hypothetically, I'm just speaking in hypothetical terms, right? Nobody can watch every single YouTube channel. No one can know what every single opinion is, right? So if you yourself are only hearing what the big people are saying, then you're going to assume that everyone is saying the same thing, which is just not true. Actually, I like Lightyear. People know that I liked Lightyear. I thought it was actually pretty good.
Okay.
People here don't like it. Not my problem. I don't give a fuck.
Chloe
That's
brought up
just
an interesting take. She
I
says,
even
take for
liked
example,
I even liked Spiral, like movies that are just not liked. The thing is, the reason why you
I need
wouldn't
to
know
see
that is because you yourself aren't as invested in other people's opinions. You basically, it's kind of what I used to say back on my bigger Yu-Gi-Oh channel. People wouldn't value my opinion as much, so I made it apparent you'd value my opinion. You like the other, you value those opinions more than other people. So even if people did disagree, it wouldn't matter. You don't care about their opinions at all to the same degree because you think that their opinions matter so much that you just disregard everything anyone else is saying. Am I wrong with that? Maybe I'm just crazy.
Look,
but yeah, Nate,
no,
what were you
you're
gonna say?
Look, sorry.
I was gonna bring up what Chloe was saying. You know, she was saying, take for example the whole BS with Critical Drinker. People who hate him criticize him for hating everything, particularly with women in certain.
Races.
I don't know what she was trying to say right there.
Races.
But he liked the Predator spinoff.
Races.
He did like Prey, and Prey was genuinely a
Prey.
good movie. Prey was good. I enjoyed it.
But the thing is, that gets ignored. Even when someone blatantly says, I liked this movie.
I know, because when you watch the news, they talk about good feel things all the time. And they talk about the public service that's going on in your neighborhood. And oh, wait, no, they don't.
Yeah, you're right. Straight
Because,
buddy.
again, everything in the end, even negative, when you look at it overall, is that is what people pay attention to. Yes, you want to know, everyone can say everything they want about positive about these things, but like some people, I'm not going to mention who, but they want to just focus simply on the negative things that are being said and then completely ignore when people are being positive about something.
It's like it's like the little
really quickly, intentionally ignore.
Intentionally.
It's not accidentally. They are blatantly not trying to understand what you're saying because they want to keep that mind in your head or keep that idea of you as something. Go ahead, Darnell. Sorry.
So, compounding what he said, there's a post that goes around social media a lot that it's like this teacher puts like a bunch of facts on the board or gives a paper out to the students with a bunch of facts, and all the kids focus on is the one fact that's false or the one typo he has. Everybody just rips on it, and no one focuses on the other 9 positive things that's on the paper, the chalkboard. That's how people. But if you saw videos that only bitch about the 1 second kiss scene, that's maybe a you problem, because I've seen a lot of reviews about the movie, and the ones that didn't like it had a lot more to say about it than the 1 second kiss scene.
There are definitely channels out there that do have different opinions. You just don't. I'm just saying right now, I know what this is. I've dealt with this for years when it came to myself being popular in something else. You literally do not value the other opinions as much as the other one. That's just what it is, okay? When you really break it down, the only reason why someone wouldn't pay attention to your positive comment compared to someone else is because they like that other person more. There is no other thing that needs to be said about that, because if you cared enough about my opinion as much as the other person, you'd listen to what I'm saying. It's that easy, you know?
Yeah.
It's how that works, you know? Why do you value someone's bigger opinion on a bigger channel? Because you like them more. That's just how humans work. Why do people value Donald Trump's opinion? Because they like him more than a lot of other people. That's just how society works.
Before you pay for a product, you know, or you pay for a ticket to go see a movie, you want to know if the movie's good or not. So you're going to seek out people who have seen the movie. And even if the first review you watch is bad, well, not that the review's bad. If the first review you watch is overwhelmingly negative towards the movie, you might go and try and watch another review to see if someone else is talking positive about it. You know, reviews and perception of things add up over time. So if the perception of a film is overwhelmingly negative, I'm probably going to avoid seeing that film. You know what I mean?
If it's a good mix, then I'm gonna go and see it to see. Okay, well, you want to know what? About half the people say it's bad, half the people say it's good. So I'm going to go see what it is. If it's overwhelmingly positive, then I'm more than likely to see it. But if it's overly negative in the sense of reviews because of story or bad acting or bad quality product when it comes to like CG or anything like that, then I'm less likely to go into the theater and see it myself. Or I'll just wait till it's on streaming, so I don't have to pay so
You
much
know,
to go to the theater.
one of my favorite
Yeah.
one of my favorite movies from 2022, The Northman. You know, it's a very divisive film. There's a lot of people that really don't like it, and there's a lot of people that really
Good
do
movie.
like it. You know, a lot of people criticize the movie for being very slow and not having a very strong plot. I think the movie's got a very strong plot. It doesn't mean, you know, the people who think it doesn't have a strong plot, that their opinions aren't invalid. No, they're perfectly okay to have that opinion. But opinions are like assholes, man. Everybody's got one, and guess what? At the end of the day, they all fucking stink. Nobody's ever happy.
Yeah.
I'll
wanna
wash
say-
my ass. Shut up.
Just want to say,
You do? Congratulations.
And you know what's
Sometimes.
crazy? Well, I'll use this as an example to end this kind of segment off.
Yeah.
X-Men
sorry.
97. People were very cautious about that. They were very cautious even after the trailer came out. People liked it. They even admitted they were wrong about it. Blatantly
I
said,
ignored
I
it.
was wrong.
I ignored it. I didn't even really care anything about it until I started hearing many people giving it
Fucking-
positive reviews, Darnell being one of them. And the whole
Fucking
point that I
loved
heard people going, you want to know what? No, actually, it's good. And then I went and watched it, and you want to, yep, nope, actually, this is really good.
Even
No,
blatantly saying
I
I
actually
was
enjoyed
wrong
it.
for saying the things that I said.
Yeah.
I like the show. But
I think we had a roast got with those 10 of us, and we all said that. We all admitted we were wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just want to add on to what
no,
you
you're
said.
fine. You're fine. Hey, to be fair, when I watched the first trailer in my first reaction, I said this wasn't that bad. Just saying.
Yeah.
People were like,
And
we
gave you
DEI
shit.
woke.
We gave you shit for that. I
like,
remember
you know,
we
I
fucking
was like,
ripped on you.
Maybe I'm wrong here. I saw a
ripped on
pretty
you.
solid trailer overall.
I
was like,
remember-
"That's pretty good.
I remember
And
when
I was 100% wrong.
I remember when Where the Crawdads Sing was Where the Crawdads Sing was coming out.
They filmed that near me.
You know, it's not a bad movie. It's actually kind of enjoyable. But the thing was, the reviews for it were so overwhelmingly negative that, you know, at the time I kind of fell into that thing where I was like, I guess I'm not going to see that then. But I ended up seeing it anyway. And you know what? I walked out genuinely surprised. You know, even if reviews are overwhelmingly negative, you know, yeah, there might be times where I'm going to stay away from the film because of that. But I mean, you know, just out of curiosity, sometimes I might indulge myself a little bit and go see, hey, is this as bad as everybody's saying it is? And, you know, there have been times where I'm like, yeah, this is pretty fucking bad. But there have also been other times where I've seen movies like Bullet Train and I'm like, you know what? That was fun. I enjoyed
Yeah.
the fuck out of
Look,
that.
Eternals and Shang-Chi, both of them, two movies that I saw nothing but negative. I was like, you know what? I love comic movies. I'm giving them a shot. And I both regret paying money for both those movies. But I've formed my own opinion on it.
And just to say this thing really quickly, no Eternals 2. Thank you, Marvel. Absolute banger decision right there.
Wait,
All right.
Wait.
Question.
What?
Do you
That
think it's fucked that these reviewers shit so much on a movie or show like X-Men 97 that they actually have to say that they're wrong after it comes out?
No.
Are you talking about people eating crow? Like
It would be fucked if they doubled down and
It would be
acted like they were right.
disingenuous if you didn't do that. Actually,
The
Yeah.
fact that they admit they're wrong and we admit we're wrong it should tell you how open-minded we are.
that's actually
Dude,
that's
I
someone
think you
being
just
actually genuine.
he's
That's
picking a
literally-
fight. He's just picking a fight. That's all
Straight.
he's doing.
Shut up! You don't believe that. Stop it,
That's all he's
buddy.
doing. He's picking a
Shut
fight.
up. Oh
I
my
think all of
God.
us were doing that though when X-Men 97 was coming out. We were all like, and
internet
then
has
we
given
all
us all-
we all started watching the
Keep in
show.
mind,
And we're
they
like,
didn't value
"Oh,
my
fuck."
opinion either. I said
Hey.
the trailer looked. I told people I'm not gonna watch it yet. I'm gonna watch it in unison with the other seasons to review. People said I thought it didn't look that bad.
The-
I generally
the
thought it looked
internet-
fine.
The internet has given everyone a voice and a place to stand on your soapbox. That's all this is. And
Hell, how did
bud,
you-
that's
hell,
all
what
it
is
is, my
wrong
man.
with you? What is wrong with you? Good lord.
Okay, you want to know what? Go back to before Kevin Smith passed away to Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. And
Mhm.
it's like, this is the
Kevin
internet.
Smith passed away.
And on the internet, everyone has decided to go on and shit about
Well-
movies or watch porn.
When he had his heart attack, he means.
Okay, I was about to
He's
say
like-
Kevin Smith didn't
No,
pass.
no,
The
no,
fuck's
when he-
going
when he had
on?
his
What I
heart attack.
missed?
I myself did a trailer reaction to it, and I said, "Hey, if they fuck up X-Men, you might as well just sell Marvel." Then again, that's a. I mean, what was I
You know,
wrong?
I did, and you know, I will say this: when the Acolyte was coming out, I defended the first 2 episodes.
Oh hell!
He did. Oh, he
And I
knows.
didn't-
Will you let me finish? I did. And I said, you know what? The show's just starting. Let's give it a chance and see what happens. Turns
You
out
did.
the show just took a fucking nosedive more and more and more as it went on. And by the end of it, I was like, yeah, that sucked.
And at no
It was
time
pretty
in the case, and I'll say this for myself, and no time did I ever shit on the X-Men 97. I just simply said I'm nervous about this show and I'm just not really got interest in watching it based on the historical data of what has been produced by Marvel in the last 5 years.
And you weren't alone. There were a lot of people that had that exact same sentiment going into it.
Right.
And you know what?
And
I
when
understood.
Right. And then as people started watching it going, man, nope, it's true to X-Men from 97. It is actually good. They're really good with it. And then I was like, okay, maybe I'll go and watch it. I watched it and went, oh my goodness, actually a very good show. And then it left the question, how was this allowed to be made? Based again on the track record of Marvel in the last 5 years.
And I also want to point out the fact that so people always say these reviewers, we know what they're talking about, but I'll just humor them for a second. These reviewers, that's because people always say their opinions don't matter, but yet people actively year in, year out, 7 days a week, 24/7, 365 days a year, focus on their opinions. They definitely do matter to you. Do you know how you counter that? You make your opinion as known as those.
Stop watching.
You yourself make your opinion as known as theirs. Or you could just do what Darnell says. That's what they tell us to do. Stop watching. You two things. You either just stop watching, which that's not happening.
If you have an issue with their reviews, stop fucking watching.
Or this is what I did back when I didn't like when other people would do content based around Yu-Gi-Oh! You do it yourself. You yourself put in the work and you make your opinion known. There's only two things you can do. Or you just sit down and be a watcher and just consume.
So Drunken, when you brought up the Jam Silent Bob Strike Back, every time I say the word internet on a stream and refer to it in that manner, I think of that scene in my head because I'm like, that's all the internet did was making people.
Walter, why you got to do this to me, man? Walter just said, I like to be a contrarian. Fuck off. Shut up. In the last 5 years, dude, do you know what a ratio that is to put out two
out of what, 30, 18
So,
things?
okay, so phase 4 is Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, No Way Home, Multiverse
No Way
of
Home
Madness.
with Sony.
Yeah, hybrid. Let's call it hybrid.
Okay.
Love and Thunder, Marvels. Sorry, Love and Thunder, Black Panther 2.
Marvels was phase 5.
The Marvels, Ant-Man 3. Yeah, if you only want to count Guardians 3, I haven't seen Guardians. You guys said it was good. Fine.
It was
you only want to count No Way Home and Guardians 3. That's, I don't know how many movies I just listed there. 2 out of like 12 is bad.
Out of all of those, counting Deadpool and Wolverine, Guardians 3 and No Way Home, they're good. They're good, but everything else,
3 out of like 12 is pretty damn bad. Now, to be fair, it is subjective. So if you did like those movies, that's fine. But
I don't completely hate Wakanda Forever. I don't
like black people.
That's
fire this, man.
I'm
kidding.
That's my personal opinion, though. Like I said earlier, they're all like assholes and they all stink, man.
Well, it comes, and this is the same thing. Opinions are like is an extremely subjective thing. And I go back to my story back when I was in college. You got to take all these stupid humanities courses and things like that. My first humanities course, the professor sat at the front of the lecture hall and literally said, none of you know what is cool. I will teach you what's cool.
I've heard.
And immediately I hated that fucker with a passion because you motherfucker think that is something you teach. Cool is completely subjective to the individual themselves.
You know what? How about a palate cleanser, guys? Just because we brought up the Hodge twins earlier, I brought up one of their older videos.
See, that's the thing. Chloe thought No Way Home was not good. That's great. We're not going to be like, hey, fucking lady, why you think No Way Home was good? You don't know your comic books, bitch. Like, no, we're going to be like, all right, cool, that's great. Let's talk about it.
Let me ask why. Yeah, we'll ask why. Hey, what did you not like about it? Like, what was?
Women really shouldn't be voting in opinions. I'm Chloe.
I personally, I did not like No Way Home because I hate Tom Holland Spider-Man.
One of my buddies said the same shit. He could not stand Tom. He cannot stand Tom Holland. Now after No Way Home, he actually started to come around to Tom Holland, but he was just like you. Cannot stand
It
Tom
was really
Holland.
No Way Home that really did
thinks
it for
he's
me.
thinks he's
Like-
the worst Spider-Man ever, and that was fine. Oh, Joe, I'd fuck him.
Okay, I
could be
will say
wrong,
this: compared to the other two, and I don't think he's good either. I really don't at all. I think he's pretty trash. Toby and Andrew are just better to me personally. I would have
to
them
me,
over him.
Toby's third.
You think
Toby
Tom
will
is
always
better?
Toby will always be my Spider-Man.
Yeah.
personally.
So your
I
favorite is
got-
Andrew.
I got Andrew Garfield as the best Peter Parker, and I got Holland as the best Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
WZ,
Yep.
what did Spider-Man 3 give you? Nothing. But
Spider-Man
Pain
3's
and
got heart.
bullshit.
What are you talking about?
you're saying No Way Home had
It's-
no heart?
It's got heart. I'm just saying Spider-Man 3 has
how
a lot
much
more
heart?
going
Spider-Man
for it.
3 gave us, Bully Parker. I mean, come
Give
on.
us Bully
That
McGuire.
That dance.
I hate you guys with a burning passion. Why do you do this to me? Shit, fucking hell.
You saw the video I put in the group chat today about
Yeah.
or might have been yesterday about Sony holding back Marvel and the reason why they're putting all these shit movies. Did you watch that video?
The things that I've read before that one were basically they're conflicting over Spider-Man 4 because one wants to do a
Right.
different type of story, one wants a
Right.
different type of story. Tom
But-
Holland's not really in on what the direction is, so he's apprehensive about doing it.
Right. But Sony's like people are like, why would they put out Madam Web? Why would they put out Morbius? Why are they doing this? They're doing that to remove villains from
Yeah.
Disney putting it. Because if they make a movie, Disney can't use them.
Yeah, the
Right.
report.
That's
the-
why
the-
they're doing it.
Yeah, the report now is that every time Sony uses a specific Spider-Man villain,
It starts a clock for that character.
Disney can no longer use them in their
That's
movies.
why they're happy taking the loss because they know they're gonna make it up with the next Spider-Man movie.
I don't know about that. I think No Way Home is a little tad bit better because they had a bigger impact on the story. Because like Deadpool's
agree,
were more
I
for
agree,
like
I agree.
Deadpool's also had an impact on the story, but like Peter, like Tobey
It was
Maguire
more of
and
a
Andrew
wow
Garfield
factor in
Spider-Man-
Deadpool.
Yeah. I would say No Way Home is way better by default.
It was.
I think
it was
the only
more of a
reason why
wow
people
factor for
remember
Deadpool.
Yeah, I think the only reason why people remember those right now is because of recency bias. Is because you just saw
Yeah.
that movie.
And I agree
know?
with you. They had more of a fact. They had more connection to this plot in Spider-Man: No Way Home. I'm
Yeah.
with you. Like they're
Because
better. in
Deadpool
that.
is just random. Like they're just there in the void. And,
I had no idea who to expect.
yeah, and to be fair, the Blade one is that was
I
pretty,
yelled,
like
I yelled, "What the fuck!" in my theater, and I had a dude look at me like he wanted to kill me because I was annoying him.
You know,
with me
there
being
were a
loud.
lot of people in my theater that didn't even seem to realize who Blade was, like at all. It was kind of weird. Like I'm sitting there losing my fucking mind with all my cousins, and everyone's just kind of looking at us like we're a bunch of dorks.
That's how it was for No Way Home.
I'm
That's
just
true.
like, man, I'm like you uncultured swines. Fuck
Well,
off.
no,
Judging me.
That really no. It shows you the separation of current fan base in the sense that most people don't understand or know the Fox universe wise
Yeah.
of Marvel, and
Mhm.
only really came into comic book movies with the MCU.
I'm not saying
So
it's
they never,
bad.
and then they don't look, and they don't go back to watch the older stuff to see the older characters from the side of X-Men and those characters.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's upsetting that they don't know who these characters are. If you don't know who these characters are, that's fine. Like you said, there's an entire generation of people who don't know these characters like
Yeah.
we do.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean look at me like I'm a jackass for getting excited. Like
Yeah.
the fuck, man.
Yeah, I don't think Disney actually wanted Madam Web, but Madam Web has such a huge connection to the entire Spider-Verse that, in the comics, that using her took away a massive character from Disney. I don't think they want these movies. They're just grabbing the ones they think would make a lot of money if Marvel did them with Spider-Man.
WZ said every epic moment was underplayed by a joke, typical MCU. But here's
Whenever Toby came through the tip portal.
is he talking about? Hold on, is he talking
So
about
No Way
Spider-Man or
Home.
Deadpool?
No Way. Talking about No Way
Oh,
Home.
No Way Home,
okay.
which is straight up after that they consoled Tom Holland Spider-Man after his aunt died. Straight after that, you had a serious moment with them. Then after they had the lab scene, they had the scene where they fought together. Remember, Toby stopped Tom from killing someone, then got stabbed himself.
I
just
still get
saying.
fucking goosebumps when I'm watching Tom Holland like literally trying to kill William Dafoe at the end of the movie, dude. And Defoe's just fucking taunting him. He's like, she was there because of you. I may have struck the blow, but you're the one who
that
killed her.
He's the best. Well, it's crazy how William Dafoe came back and was one of the best MCU villains. And that's just all right.
Strong enough to have it all. Too weak to take it. Dude, he's fucking awesome in that movie, dude.
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
The biggest fuck yeah moment was when Wolverine pulled on the mask. Yep, I agree.
So the movie, it's not bad nostalgia bait, but that is quite literally what is fan service.
Well, think about it. Well, yeah, and
You could have had it on the entire movie.
It's fan service because think about it. I mean, at this point in time, Hugh Jackman's been playing Wolverine longer than Robert Downey Jr.'s been playing Iron Man. He's been playing Wolverine for 25 years. And
That's
this is
crazy.
the first time we ever get to see this man in the yellow suit. Fuck yeah, I'm going to cheer when he
Hey,
pulls on.
people that say the suits are goofy I wouldn't say you don't love comics, but you don't love the spirit of comics. That's the thing. They're supposed to look goofy.
At the time, though, they couldn't make those
Right, yeah.
cars on screen at the time, and that's why
I
they
don't
did.
truly hate the black suits.
No, they were cool.
It's crazy. People forget in the First Class and the movies from the other trilogy, they did use the yellow suits. It was just they looked very.
Yeah,
I mean, I do at least love the nod to it in the first X-Men movie.
It's a funny nod.
Cyclops saying to Wolverine, "What
Yellow
would you rather
spandex,
prefer, yellow spandex?"
They even went back and made fun of it in X-Men 97. He's like, what the hell is this? He's like, what were you expecting? Black leather?
Yeah.
That was funny. Oh man, yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine was good. Straight Bean said, "Brother in Christ, it's not the general." I never said that. I'm just saying. I just think it's a little off that they're looking at me for getting excited because I recognize the shit. I'm not saying they need to go back and watch the movies.
You never said that. His mind convinced himself you said that. That's what happened.
I never said that at all.
His mind basically was convinced you said that, so he was like,
"You really
want
think
people to go back and look at movies?
You really think I'm gonna get mad at an entire generation of people because they didn't see Wesley Snipes' Blade from the 90s? Come on."
Don't people go and binge older movies before a new one comes out anyway? A lot of people do that. A lot of people watch the previous ones to catch up.
If I had known Blade was going to be in the fucking movie, hell, I probably would have went back and watched Blade 1 and 2.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, but 3 was the most important to get the references because
Oh yeah,
the Ryan Reynolds connection with.
Yeah, I went back and thought about all that. He's taking jabs at Blade 3 when he's talking to him. I didn't realize that the first time. Yeah, that's cool. Also, Channing Tatum as Gambit, man, that's still undefeated.
I walked back my comments saying he was too thick because Gambit's more slender. Rewatched the movie 3. I rewatched the movie 3 more times, and I am happy with the way he looks. I would love a movie with him in it. In that costume.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he was putting the buttery nuts all up in my mom, and I shut up there and I said, "What's up, Doc?"
Yeah, you know what's fucking hilarious? I understood everything you said because that's how we fucking talk.
I know, me too. And dude, every time
how we talk.
Every time I look at my toilet now, I'm like, "Oh boy, I'm about to make a name for myself here."
Hellhound, he was too thick. Hellhound, that's the accent we have down here. That is the accent that we have in this part of Louisiana.
On the East Coast, accents, like even that Hawk 2 girl, she's a thick accent herself.
How dare they put it?
Did you just compare Gambit to the Hawk 2 girl? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, he did shoot out at something. Just saying.
I wasn't born ready, but I'm sure I shot out of his dick.
He did Hawk 2 out of his dad.
What did he say? He laid my daddy laid them buttery nuts all up in my mama. Like, what the fuck?
My daddy laid them buttery nuts all up in my mama.
I put them buttery nuts all up. He put them buttery nuts all up in my mama.
I shout out to my daddy ready.
God, I can't wait till this movie hits streaming and DVDs. We can watch all these scenes and clip them out. These are so gold, man.
I hope the rumor of all 3 movies on VHS is real.
Is it?
I hope there's a fucking rumor going around that all 3 movies will be released on VHS.
Have I ever showed you guys this? Hold on a second.
Whoa, pants back up, man.
Hey, look at that sexy belly.
Whoa.
My bad. Check this out.
Yes, you did show us one night. Yes.
Yeah, but the 1977 classic, son, in its original format. Great. Hell yeah. Thank you to my uncle. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put that right there next to the Heaven's Feel trilogy.
Nate.
There we go.
I have an issue with your comics and your games, bud. They're not in alphabetical order. It's driving me insane.
Really?
I swear to God, it is driving me nuts.
Wait,
And
they're not in
the height,
alphabetical
the
order?
height difference between the books and stuff are driving
No,
me insane.
no, it's the alphabetical order is driving me nuts.
Why is your stuff not in alphabetical order? You uncultured swine.
Don't
you
change
guys-
it. Don't change it, but it's driving me nuts.
Why do you guys hate me so much? The
We
fuck
don't.
did I do to deserve it?
I need order. I need consistency and order.
Order in the corner. I need order of your books.
Well, not here now. Hear me now. We need order in this courtroom.
Oh shit.
That's awesome,
No-
Batman.
No
My
VHS
VHS.
player, dude. If I
That
could
sucks,
find a
dude.
if I could find a VHS player, because my grandmother gave me all of the like old Disney movies. Like I have all the Disney movies on VHS, and I don't have a fucking VHS player, dude.
I have
Oh,
a
yeah, he
TV
didn't have the-
VHS combo.
Yeah, he didn't have the he didn't have
Yeah,
the beard.
yeah.
He didn't have the growing eye. Yeah,
Gavin does have a beard.
facial hair.
No,
I think he had scurvy a
No.
little bit.
no. He had the black thing, the black mask.
Oh, okay.
like Magneto, and he
Oh
has.
my god.
Oh.
Let's watch some Hodge twins. Here we go.
Nope.
Oh, come on.
They're white people.
Asshole, dude. Come on, it's hilarious.
Give me one
Come on.
second.
Just a little bit.
Not the
Rogue-
whole thing, though, right?
Rogue has to be thick. Rogue has
Yeah.
a thick accent, and yeah,
They're
they
gonna make
casted
her. They're
Anna
gonna make
Paquin as
They're gonna make her from Minnesota, and she's gonna be like a fucking not Southern belle.
That might have been one of the
WC.
worst.
WC
might-
said
dude.
them as white twins. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come
That
on,
might have
get
been one of the worst combo castings if you really think about it. Anna Paquin
Anna
as
Paquin?
Rogue, so
I
terrible.
don't hate it, but
I don't like the
would-
fact that they did such a young character for Rogue.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Oh, fuck that. She doesn't like lesbian porn. She really loves doggy style scenes with guys. So she likes to get packed from the back. That's what I'm talking about, man. But the problem is now it's like foreplay for her. When I start making moves on her, she'll say stop and let's watch porn first.
All right, that's enough. That's enough.
No, hold on. One more.
I know they fucking hear that shit. Hear what? Sound like you sucking somebody's dick in my ear. Man, I can't lick my damn lips. Motherfucking lick them, but don't let.
Oh God. Okay.
I could watch some motherfuckers all day, dude.
There's some
They
funny
crack
dudes.
me
There's some
up.
funny dudes.
Oh
There's some funny dudes.
God, dude. Here's the thing: their newer stuff.
It's
Their newer stuff. It's political as fuck, but
Uh-huh.
man, their older stuff.
They still do some funny. They still do
They
some funny
still do
shit.
some
though.
funny shit, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But straight. I got an old CRT TV with the TV, the VCR fucking combo below it. My
Oh, I
grandmother's
got you
house,
beat.
when
I got
we
a
couldn't
console
beat it.
TV,
You say
motherfucker.
why?
Oh,
She's
dude.
nothing. I'll just say that she's nothing like Rogue at all, and is nothing like her. She's a trash Rogue character.
Wait,
Completely
who?
awful.
I get what they were going for, but at the same time,
It was
Yeah.
for the introduction of it being the professor's school and
WC's
bringing her
story.
in as a student, and that's what they were trying to go for with that. I think with making Rogue so young. Now,
Yeah,
granted, she would be in the same age as Logan, as Scott Summers. You're more in that age group than being like a 16, 17-year-old.
She got
She
that
gotta-
ass. Yeah,
Dude, dude, them fucking animators
It
in the 90s.
it
knew
didn't
exactly
feel
what they
weird
were
for
doing.
me because the movie came out in 2000. I was only 20, so it didn't feel weird. But now when I watch X-Men and they show Rogue, I'm like, yeah, I feel weird watching this. These scenes for her now.
WZ said I prefer them when they didn't go full right wing. Yeah, some of the shit they say is a little
Yeah.
balls to the walls, but I mean they're still funny to me personally.
Agreed.
But as for Rogue, yeah, I rewatched the original X-Men trilogy before seeing Deadpool and Wolverine. it is a little weird. I'm not gonna lie, Darnell. It's how she's portrayed in those first three movies. It's such a far cry
Little
from the
15-year-old,
Rogue.
yeah.
It's such a far cry from the Rogue that we know from the comics as well as
Mhm.
the 90s
Mhm.
show, man. You know, like by X-Men: The Last Stand, she's wanting to like get rid of her powers and shit. Like, look, I get it. Rogue has always struggled with her powers, but one of the things that I like about Rogue is she's all for positivity. No matter her situation, she's positive about it. You know what I mean? So her going, well, I want to get rid of my powers because Iceman will fuck me. It's just
that's comic accurate though. That's comic accurate.
Okay, maybe I haven't read enough X-Men.
She's always had that issue with and it's her main issues with Scott and Jean because they are so public about their PDA, and she can't touch anybody.
Also, Gambit is such a horn dog in the '90s show. God damn, that motherfucker.
Imagine a woman that looks like that with an ass like that, and you can't have sex with her.
I know.
Why would you keep trying?
She'll literally suck you to. She'll literally suck the life out of you.
I mean, Rogue is literally telling this guy, "Look, he can't touch me; it's too dangerous." And he's
like, "I don't care."
He's like, "I don't care, share." And every time he tries, he fucks himself up.
To be fair, that is how we are down here as well. Tell us if you can't do something, we're gonna fucking do it anyway, just to show you we can. And when we fail, we're still gonna be like, "Yep, I still fucking did it."
He goes to touch a vagina. Oh shit, it's got teeth in it. What the fuck?
I know guys who'd be like, who would do it, lose their fucking dick, and be like, "Hey, I still did it, motherfucker. You told me I could."
Tony said, "I got to fuck Rogue with a vibranium suit." He's got to get Black Panther's costume just to.
So what happens whenever it builds up all that kinetic energy at the end?
When he comes, his suit explodes. What the fuck? Like
big old purple wave shoots out of him. She goes flying through the roof.
God, just imagine that. Her vagina from the back and from the front is so good to the point where
now
I'm just pointing out that Rogue is I keep in mind. I always say this. Rogue is one of my favorite Marvel comic characters. The concept of the character is so interesting for out reasons and inner reasons that I would love to do. You know, I'm just saying, if you are having doggy style, if she puts you on the ground because she's like super strong and she starts doing cowgirl, that's straight up blatant murder. Is that not murder?
You're taking this too far.
We know she's from the East Coast. We know she's Southern. They love their cowgirl position.
She's not, but she's from Mississippi.
It's all the same. They talk the weird.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
They all talk
the East Coast. East Coast. The South. We're not the same.
Okay, my bad. Sorry.
I'm sorry. We're the same because we're white.
No, you guys all talk funny. You guys talk with like heavier accents.
So you talk fun. They talk funny now.
I
find these two motherfuckers talk more alike than any of them do with me.
I'm just pointing out, if she throws you on the ground and she starts doing cowgirl to you, you'll be dead. You'll actually not be alive.
You know, Stray, after seeing
there could be worse ways to die.
Forget Rogue. After seeing X-Men 97, forget Rogue. I need Madeline Pryor, dude. Holy shit.
What?
Holy fuck. Like when she's taunting Magneto and she's like, "I'm gonna use you as a toy." I'm like, yes, please, for the love of God.
Like the whole when Rogue's with Magneto, I'm like, I am pissed at her.
Yeah.
For leaving Remy behind, and then when she chooses Remy, and oh god!
But of course, later on, when he bites the dust, and you see her go through an emotional transformation, dude. Oh my god, dude! When she's got Trask by the fucking leg, you're totally thinking for a second, well, she's Rogue, she's the good guy, she's gonna pull him back. When she drops him, dude, I'm like, yo,
yeah, dude. So I bought that shirt from Nerd Riot. The Remember Me shirt, or Remember It. Well, I wore it once on stream. I found there's a massive tear in the seam. It came completely unsewn. What? I contacted him Monday. I still yet to hear from him.
Do you think it was?
I think it was just
cheaply made.
No, it wasn't cheap. It was the shirt. The quality is expensive. I just think it might be. You know how like when they mass produce shit. One gets through the cracks. That's kind of like less quality. I think that's what happened. So and then I found the prints a little off too.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that time Edward Norton accidentally dropped his blood into a soda and then Stan Lee drank it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's an Incredible Hulk reference for anyone that doesn't remember that.
Oh no, I'm not gonna go back to that old shit and watch it.
Only Mark Ruffalo's the Hulk.
you know what? For what it's worth, I like the Incredible Hulk movie with Edward Norton. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's
it's a good
really
movie.
fun. Yeah, it's what it is it's a testament to what superhero movies were before the MCU. It was the MCU, but it still wasn't the MCU yet. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
Mhm.
you bring up Edward Norton.
Why?
Has
What's wrong?
anyone seen Death to Smoochie?
What is
I-
that?
Oh, it's a Danny DeVito movie. Oh, it
yes.
is. Oh, you gotta see.
Is it
Edward
an older
Norton,
movie?
Edward
Edward-
Norton plays. I'm sorry, go on, Drunken.
Oh no, go ahead.
Edward Norton plays like a Barney type character, like a guy in a suit that's like
What?
super popular amongst kids. And Robin Williams is kind of taking the spotlight with his new character, and he like wants to kill Robin Williams.
What?
No, other way
It's
around.
like-
No, other way around.
Oh
No,
yeah,
no,
I'm sorry.
it's Rainbow Randolph was played by
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
He's
Robin
the-
Williams is this is all around kids programming
Yes,
and
so it's a dark
corruption
comedy.
and gangs that are happening in the background
What?
of wholesome children's
Wait,
programming.
When did this come
Oh.
out? This sounds like the most
2002, 2003.
Yeah, early
That-
2000s.
Okay, that explains a lot because I was gonna say that doesn't sound like a movie that would come out today.
Oh no.
That sounds fucking
2002,
awesome.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah, dude,
shit.
it is.
Yeah.
Great.
And so it's a really funny movie. It's a very dark comedy.
I got a question for you guys, just because I've talked to plenty of people about this because I like talking about comedy. What's your favorite like early 2000s like comedy? Just curious.
Like movie.
Yeah, movie.
Like we mean early, like how early 2000s?
Maybe 2000 through like 2006.
I like the revival of kind of the teen movie in the aspect of the American Pie series, the first two.
Okay.
That was. The
I
90s,
like
though.
them bringing kind
That
of
was
back
98.
to kind of like the Porky's type. But the thing is, I have a connection with that because I mean, it actually there's a lot about that story that I can get into later. But
Porky's.
the fact
Mhm,
is that I'm no, not the Porky's, but the
Oh,
American Pie.
American Pie. Yeah.
But the connection is that at the time of the movie is that's when getting ready to get out of high school too. So I'm aligning right with the characters at the same time.
For
Yeah.
American
So
Pie.
that's why I kind of have that.
Yeah, but-
That's part of the connection.
That's why I asked how early he wants to go because that's like 99.
99
his
and
window.
then 2001 for number 2.
Okay, yeah. I
Uh,
honestly don't remember many movies in that window.
have you guys seen Without a Paddle? It's got Dax
Yes.
Shepard,
Seth
Matthew
Green.
Lillard, and Seth Green in it. I
Yeah,
love that fucking movie, man. It
it's
is
a good movie.
fun. It is
When they're all
fun.
huddled together and they're for warmth.
Drunken, have you seen it?
Which one?
Without a Paddle. It's got Dax
Yeah.
Shepard. Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean but you want to know what that is kind of in almost the same vein as Rat
Mhm.
Race
Yeah.
Yes.
in the
Yeah.
sense of the comedy styling.
What about you, MSK? Have you seen Without a Paddle?
No, I choose to watch Jumper with Hayden Christensen and Rachel Bilson and Samuel Jackson instead.
Well,
It's
hold
not
on.
a bad movie. I like
Check this
that
out.
movie.
So
it's a movie.
this is a scene from the movie where they get confronted by a bear, and
You can't play a
my
scene from a
fucking
movie. Are
God.
you your mind? I ain't getting in
You
trouble.
can't? What do you
No,
mean?
I'll block that in most countries.
YouTube's fucking gay, dude. Anyway,
I'm only gay on Tuesdays.
go back to Rumble.
God,
YouTube fucking sucks.
I need my monetization. I'm selling
You
out for big corp.
need your clout.
I'm selling out for big corpos. Oh, speaking of Rumble, for the last discussion on the show that I wanted to go over a little bit. I really don't want to, but I just need the clout. I'm just kidding. Okay, so you guys hear about what the Rumble CEO had to deal with? Basically, they were trying to look for advertisers because, you know, reasons, obviously. Big companies kind of need advertisers. Dunkin' Donuts and one other company, was a beer company, basically didn't want to advertise their products on Rumble as the platform because they felt like the culture was too right-wing and they wanted them to basically get rid of Steven Crowder and Alex Jones or Tucker Carlson, one of the two actually. So I'm sitting there going like, damn, if they had just removed those two or those three, then they get to have those precious Dunkin' Donuts advertiser dollars, and it's like, oh my god.
Except for one thing, then it would destroy its platform. By doing that, they would destroy their platform of being supposedly a much more freedom of speech type platform by doing that.
Yeah.
And it would then completely destroy their platform. People would abandon it.
People need to understand this. Rumble, quite literally, you can be a hardcore Democrat and have your own channel there and let you say whatever you want. You can be a hardcore right-winger, whatever you want, centrist, moderate, whatever political affiliation you want to be under, you can be there on Rumble. The CEO basically said, we're basically like Verizon. We just sell phones. That's it. I don't know. Like, we just sell phones. That's it. People know what that means. That means if you go into a Verizon building, the employee don't care about your politics, nothing. They just, hey, what phone do you want? Are you here to pay your bill? That's it. They're just providing you the service of the platform, actually. And then people started mentioning, oh, well, why is Rumble not growing or hasn't grown? Well, the lawsuit between him and the owner, I think Chris something, whatever, the last name, Chris something, Elon Musk, and other people have to factor something about Google. If Google is as powerful as people claim it is, the reason why Rumble wouldn't be put into the search engine as much as it would have is because people would actively want to suppress it. Keep in mind, Google's supposed to be like Verizon too. It's just supposed to promote things that are popular.
Yeah.
So if Rumble is supposed to be really popular, well, it would make perfect logical reasoning why it wouldn't be promoted in Google's algorithm if they actually are trying to suppress them. Keep in mind, Google's the one that runs the search engine, or people that work for Google run the search engine. So it would make sense why it is not growing as much as it should if it's actually being suppressed. People say, how do you know it's being suppressed? Well, that's the thing. Why would a platform of that many people, that many viewers, that many followers not be growing as fast as other platforms that did have that many viewers? Keep in mind.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, I don't know how else to explain it more, though it's pretty self-explanatory there.
Google is going to suppress a competitor to their own streaming of YouTube.
Of course they would. It would, and keep in mind, people say, how is that illegal? Okay, I'll just break it down really simple. There's a thing called antitrust laws. Basically, let's just say if me and Darnell and Drunken had a company that was successful, I can't basically go to those two and be like, hey, don't go to support Nate's company. You can't do that. You actually can't do that. Now, to be fair, there are ways around it that they sneakily and underhandedly do, but you are legally not allowed to do that. Basically, Dunkin' Donuts isn't allowed to contact McDonald's to say, hey, you're not allowed to go on Rumble and advertise McDonald's on there. Even though McDonald's is so huge, they could do it if they really want to and not give a fuck, honestly. But the point is, you're not supposed to basically collude with the other competition to not go to another place to basically build that kind of monopoly. You can't do that. And that's underhanded too. Like, why should Dunkin' Donuts care if McDonald's chooses to advertise on Rumble? You shouldn't. But people that only want to keep their pockets deep and lined up with other people will do that. Now, it's really hard to prove that. It is really hard to prove that. But if there's a way to do it, you can. You actually can, you know? So that was the update on the whole Rumble lawsuit. Basically, they're alleging that Google is suppressing them in the algorithm search engine, and the fact that they are alleging that other competitors were performing antitrust law violations against them to not be able to put advertisers there. Keep in mind, there's a direct reason why they would all talk to each other behind the scenes to make sure the reasons why they wouldn't go there. People are like, guys, it's literally just a cell phone conversation away. It's a text away to do these things. It doesn't have to be this big grand scheme thing, you know? McDonald's is social media, not social employee, the guy that runs their advertising company be like, hey, Emerald, hey, I just text Emerald right now. Emerald, I don't like Nate. He's white. Make sure we completely destroy his channel. What's live streaming? He live streams, so I'll add more viewers. It's that simple. It's literally just that simple, you know? And
why did you email me about that for tomorrow during his Curse of Strata stream that we were going to stream at the same time?
That was planned.
Okay.
He's just mad because I took all his clout and his guests.
Come on, women.
You know, I do that again. I almost had a shred of sympathy right there.
Eat my ass and pussy. Fuck off, bitch. Okay,
come play Strahd, man. Yeah, be a Saiyan. There's literally a stat block for you to make a Super Saiyan.
I sent it to him.
D&D is for sweaty loser nerds. That's just all it is. And then now
Send him
people are
the
like,
stat block.
I mean, the CEO right now is doing like this whole boycott of Dunkin' Donuts. Also, this boycotts are 50-50. I don't really honestly know, given how badly they did treat Rumble, will people be willingly like not going to Dunkin' Donuts?
You want to know what? I'll stand with it. I won't go to a fucking Dunkin' Donuts. Of course, I have none around me, so it's very easy to do it.
I normally never chose them anyway. I always went to local donut shops, or I would just got, if I was there for coffee, I was just that Starbucks guy, go and get my usual drink and leave, you know.
I would go to them just when I have like specialty donut. Like there's a Dr. Pepper donut coming out soon.
Yeah,
I know
like
the
that is
Dunkin',
fine, you know?
Krispy Kreme
donut
has one coming out. Yeah, it's gonna be cream filled, like it's like Dr. Pepper flavored cream filled donut. It's either them or Krispy Kreme. I don't remember who.
Give me a root beer flavored one, and I'll eat the shit out of it.
But like,
God.
I like the almond flavor in my coffee, and like no place when I go to has it. So when I go to New Orleans, which is like an hour away, I'll go to a Dunkin' just to get coffee. But like I won't go there. I don't like
and keep in mind, if Rumble actually comes out on top with this lawsuit, which very looks like likely they most likely will, because if Elon Musk backing them, Andrew Tate's going to be on it too. A lot of people with a lot of money. Keep in mind, I wouldn't. You understand? Google literally, I mean, there are people that are, like Nate said earlier about the whole Assassin's Creed thing. There are people right now going into Wikipedia, editing out that samurai shit. They went and did it for Trump's VP. He had all these accomplishments. They just edited all of them out. There are major people pay you a lot of money to show a different narrative. And
you can edit Wikipedia if you want.
Yeah. Just, I'm not getting paid for it, so I wouldn't do it for free. But then again, if you got paid enough to do it, yeah, people would. Another thing people said about how Rumble could basically compete with YouTube. The CEO Chris what a name, Pavlovsky.
Good job,
right? Pavlovsky.
Rumble Shorts are coming. Will I be doing Rumble Shorts? Probably not. I'm just not a shorts kind of guy, a maker. But Rumble's gonna be doing shorts.
I can't stand these shorts. It's them trying to compete with TikTok.
I think it's fine.
I hate the format. And personally, I don't like the format mainly for the sheer fact that I watch YouTube, I watch Rumble on my TV for content.
Yeah.
So it's so the aspects all screwed up and it's short. I'm again, I actually have an attention span. So I like watching long form content.
Short. I will say this.
I think clip that, please. Clip that.
It's a way to basically get the short attention span people while also retain the people that have the longer attention span. I don't mind. I think it's completely fine.
I get it.
If you can, the thing is, don't hate. What's the saying? Don't hate the player, hate the game. If that's what people want, give it to them. And then maybe, just maybe, up the hand, if a lot of people like the short content, they'll willingly go and follow the other people. I'm just saying, there's a good chance it work. Like I said before, there's a good chance it doesn't work either. So that chance as well, you know.
Right. I mean, I understand the reasoning behind it, and I can understand them trying to go to do that. It's just me personally, as a consumer of this product, doesn't like it.
Consumer or a consumer?
Yes.
Anyways.
Oh shit!
What you reading there, Nate?
Just doing some research on what the players are going to be fighting tomorrow night.
I get where both of you are coming from. I get where much coming from, but same thing with Emerald. I can't stand TikTok. I refuse to get TikTok.
Yep, I never watched. I don't watch TikTok either. Yeah,
I keep getting told by some people like, "Hey, with your AI music, do TikTok. You need to do TikTok. Do TikTok." I am not getting. Look, I know Facebook steals my information. I know Instagram takes my information. But TikTok is owned by a Chinese company, and they straight up admitted they're taking our shit, our biometrics, face, thumbprint, all that shit to use against us. I'm not doing TikTok. I'm not fucking doing it.
Hey, Darnell, say your prayers. Somebody might die tomorrow night.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying. Like, I'm reading over the thing that I'm going to make you guys fight tomorrow night, and oh my God.
I will be the instrument of all the destruction.
I would say what Rumble needs to succeed more is basically just do. I'll say the long-term answer. The long-term answer, people have to understand, Rumble's not going to be where it's going to be at in about 2-3 years. Okay, it took Twitch a very, 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 very long time to be that second alternative option. That was just hard enough to do. Now,
I think
Rumble's going to be trying to be a player in that. That's going to take a while.
wait.
I know people keep saying
Hold
it's
on.
going to be, yeah.
I don't think it's gonna take as long as you think because, like, stuff like Twitch have laid the groundwork. So now you see the foundation. You don't have to do like Twitch and do trial and error. So I think it's gonna be quicker than you think. But yes, it will
If
take a
they
while.
win that lawsuit and the search engine more prioritizes them, definitely more people are coming over. Don't get it twisted. I mean, Kai Cenat and iShowSpeed took the bag from Rumble to come over here. They don't do content over here anymore. They have the bag for free. Nothing. They only have like what 2 episodes of the show for fuck all content. Honestly, of course they got 2 black people and they didn't put out. That's why you can't trust them Sigas. God damn.
Nate, look at Walter's comment.
I wasn't gonna say it aloud, but I was kind of
What'd
like,
you say?
I think Strider's gonna die.
Where?
Look at Walter's comment. The last thing you said.
Oh, he might. Honestly, anyone could. Oh, and by the way, at some point during this campaign,
I'll fuck it.
I'm gonna make you fight a fucking Wendigo, bitch.
I'm gonna fuck it.
You're gonna.
It says
flock
here.
it.
It says here.
Pact is gonna fuck it.
Within 3 miles, you must make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw or be possessed with uncontrollable cannibalism, which means you will start wanting to eat your fucking friends just by standing near this thing.
Okay.
What is wrong with you? What is
Holy
wrong
shit.
with you?
I'll try human. I'll try Asimar. I'll try it.
Oh, that right there is an entire session right there, dude. I can't fucking wait to do that shit. Unfortunately, this thing has a challenge rating of 11, so you probably won't be fighting this thing until
Pact
like
is going to
level
fuck
10.
it. Pact will fuck it.
Maybe you'll be dead by then. You don't know.
Okay.
What are you gonna play?
Junior?
What are you gonna play if Pac dies? I'm curious.
Pac Dickley Jr.
How the fuck are you gonna pull that off? How the fuck did Pac Dickley Jr. get into Barovia?
You need to watch the movie of Dyson Min. One of the players is like the name first last name like the 12th or the 14th. Every character he makes, he dies, makes the same character, just adds like a number to the back of their name.
Right. Oh, that reminds me. Before we start the show tomorrow, we're actually doing a meme segment. That's gonna be a lot of fun. The only people I don't have memes from yet are Iron and Tiny, and I think going forward, I'll have everybody send me like 3 instead of 2, just because I'm reading over some of these memes and I'm like, yeah, we could spend more time doing this. Maybe like 5 minutes, 10 minutes doing this. It'll be fun. Walter says, I'm only watching this stream because I heard there was a sneak peek for tomorrow's D&D stream.
MSK, Walter wants you to look up the beaver fight. Or no, not the beaver fight. Oh shit, where is it? He wants you to look up a video to play before we end.
All right, we gotta go. I have to go to bed for work tomorrow morning because I am completely 100%.
Yeah, the beaver fight scene.
Yeah. So, before I do my outros, Darnell, what you got planned coming up?
Curtis Estrada tomorrow.
Yep.
Curtis
I'm gonna
Estrada tomorrow.
steal that clout. Oh, I can't wait to steal all the clout. Oh.
Unfortunately,
antitrust laws. Woo!
Unfortunately for you, buddy, yeah, Curse Estrada is tomorrow night, and I am prepared to go as long as I need to until we are done.
I can go all night.
There's a lot. I will say this. I was telling everybody earlier on the Weekly Rogues Gallery. This is probably I don't think I've put this much thought and preparation into a session since we started this fucking campaign, dude. There's a lot I want to do tomorrow night, and you know what? If it goes 4 fucking hours, so be it.
Hey man, look, I'm truly happy. I enjoy the game.
Normally MSK, I wouldn't go 4 hours, but considering where we are right now in this campaign, it's time for some big shit to happen. And of course, when big shit goes down, sometimes you need a little more than just 2.5.
That's fine. I already got plans. Already one step ahead. That's why.
Don't lie. Don't lie. You're gonna be fucking your vacuum, wondering where all your cloud is.
Whoa! It's not a vacuum. That's my wife.
It's a fan. It's a fan.
It's a fan. But no, other than Curse Estrada, just got some videos I'm working on. I'm gonna get back into streaming some games, some video games on the gaming channel. I've been taking a break just because the last Baldur's Gate 3 stream I did not go well. My internet told me to go fuck off during that pretty much, and it nuked the whole thing. But other than that, man, just kind of chilling out with you guys. That's about it.
Yeah,
Oh, and
yeah.
weekly Rogues Gallery on Fridays too. Sorry, Iron.
Weekly Whores Gallery.
Rogues, get it right.
Get it right, get it tight. Oh my god.
What?
Target Emerald Arrow. What you got planned coming up besides doing that?
I'm back here tomorrow.
Oh
There
yeah.
we go.
There you go. That's it.
No, you're not. You're over there playing moderators. on that
Not on my
stream.
Oh
dime.
yeah, that's true. I got modding duty as well. Yeah.
Not on my
Both
dime.
off.
Good
Pull
lord.
both of them off.
I downgrade myself because I'm not there fighting the battles.
If your
I'm
internet's
just
strong
in
enough, you could do
Making I'm in there just making snide comments and modding. So
Selena's a
With
mod
your
now
ranch.
too, so she'll be moderating as well.
Why is Selena a mod?
both. So
Oh
how
my
long until you
God.
take away her wrench, Nate?
Oh,
I'm not taking away her wrench.
the moment that she calls Nate overrated. Is that the rule?
Next to you, Darnell, Iron is really hyped about this shit. I don't think I've ever seen this man hype for anything like this. This is pretty fucking crazy.
Dude, if we played in person, you would see like what you're seeing is like nothing compared to how I am when it's like we're in person.
Yeah, it's
Ugh.
gonna be a fun
In
session.
fact-
I still got to get a few preparations done for tomorrow night. Like I
Yeah.
still want to upload some clips. I still got to make the outro. It shouldn't take me long, but I need to get it done.
Oh, speaking of that, I ran into a buddy of mine I've been friends with for fucking decades.
Mhm.
He asked if we have any open spots because he wants to play.
I'm gonna say this right
he
now.
He heard about our game and he wants to play.
I'm not gonna. I will say this. I don't think I can bring anybody else in
I
because
know.
now
No,
we have 6
told him.
people.
I told
And
him. he can't.
well, it's funny you bring up your friend because now Keon is talking to a friend of ours that I know him. I know who he
Mhm.
is. He played Curse of Strahd with us originally, and now he wants to get in. I'm just like, dude,
Well, I got 2 buddies and me. That's 3. Keon got a buddy. It's
gonna
fine. We can do another game.
get to a point where I'm gonna have to start a whole nother campaign. It's
But tell-
just-
if you want to play, I'll run one.
oh.
I wouldn't be.
Uh,
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be opposed.
Let's
to
talk
that.
about that later. Talk about that later.
So, we
Sorry,
also
I
gotta
missed it, bud.
no, it's fine. We got to do the NFL and NBA stuff. I got to talk over with James to cover the NFL games when they start, not the preseason stuff, when the actual season starts, when the games
It's
matter.
September. Yeah, the beginning of September.
Yeah. So I want to start making sure whatever day people can converge on and do it. Like an hour is fine. Hour minimum.
Yeah,
show
minimum.
requirement. Yeah, just go
Uh-oh.
over the games, talk about the match of the week, all that stuff. And like I told people before, we're gonna have the NFL Iron Man podcast and the NBA Iron Man podcast.
You
Actually,
see,
but I got to talk to James about it. I mean, I
And-
don't even really need him. I could just like talk to you guys too. But he
And
wanted to talk about the NFL.
what's
too.
hard with the NFL though is now they're playing like 5 nights a week. So like this,
Yeah.
so like the week ends Sunday night. Doing it
Mhm.
Sunday night would be when we'd have to do it because the next fucking week starts the next night.
Wait, so what day you said? Tuesday, right?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Like so,
Wait,
so
wait a
Sunday night football is the final games of the week.
I
Monday
thought it
night
was
football is the
so
next.
it's not
week.
Monday anymore. It's not Monday night anymore.
No,
Used to be Monday night
Well, no,
football,
no.
yeah.
You're right. But I think they are playing Tuesday. They're playing almost every night.
Listen,
through
the
week
most
now.
important matches
I'm
are
wrong,
Friday
y'all are
to
right.
that for Sunday. James, wait, are we still gonna do the NFL Iron Man podcast and the NBA ones that you want to do? Because you want to talk about football and basketball. You clout
Speak
chasing son of a bitch.
Speak his name and he shall appear.
Right? We just said James and he came. Oh my god.
Oh, really? Clip
Dang.
that.
Oh.
Clip that. Please clip
Clip it.
that.
Oh no, please do not clip that.
Oh, great!
Yeah.
Now they
So-
now they want me to do D&D
Okay.
on Tuesdays.
So when we went to San Diego, James was talking about doing like fantasy drafting and playing. I'm saying it's fine, but I want to make content out of it. I want to have like NFL Iron Man podcast episodes or sports, as you say, and the NBA. We have the
can see
NFL, we have WNBA ones too, but obviously we have to wait till they come back. And
Well, they
we're
came
still
back
waiting.
2 days ago.
They came 2 days
Started
ago.
play- started playing
The
2
Fever
days ago,
played at all?
yeah. They played the Phoenix. They played Phoenix tonight, I think.
Okay.
MSK won't come play D&D, so I'm gonna force him on there one way or another.
Good
Whoa,
Lord.
whoa! It's 20.
Whoa,
You can't force
whoa.
yourself.
You'll
I,
see what I mean. You'll see what I mean tomorrow night
Ooh.
once we start.
They
Memes.
beat Phoenix 98-89.
Oh my god.
Oh, really?
They beat Brittany Griner.
That's good. So
WC
we'll
said
probably
right.
try and do it between. Well, we already have the regular Monday show, so
Damn.
probably Sunday we would do this show. It's probably the best
Or-
day to do it, honestly, for
Clark
like
scored 29.
the NFL.
WC said there isn't any good streams on Tuesday.
Oh my god, shut up.
Damn,
Why
man,
are we
come
doing
on.
this? Oh my
Come
god, man. Fucking hell, dude. I'll
That's-
just
That's where I
text
come in.
James. I'll just text James to figure out when he wants to do it, because I want to know now before we're not doing it the last minute, you know, because the real season starting in September. I don't want to wait. Like,
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
if we're gonna do this, can we do this now? Actually, okay. What else is there? Okay, so for me, 2 episodes of Full Day of Going to the Movie Theater. The first one on It Ends With Us. Second one gonna be on Alien Romulus. Then the Cloud9 podcast. I'm uploading that to Rumble right now. Starting with season 3. I'm right on there. Iron Man and Cloud9 podcast episodes are getting uploaded to the podcasting platforms. And new content is dropping. I know I have a lot of videos I have to do. I'm going to start probably knocking them out 2 a day to get most of them done so I can catch up. Trailer reactions, news videos, all that stuff. And yeah, Saturday SmackDown is tomorrow, 6 p.m. PST. We got to start on time. We have to start on time. I'm going to end the show like around 7:30, 7:45. That way I can potentially film the vlog footage before I go, which I would have to do that anyway. And then I might just film the vlog footage for It Ends With Us tonight, but I can't. It's fucking too hot in here, so I'm not doing that. So
Yeah, I run 5e.
Brother, I really want you to go look into that little AC,
I'll get a
dude.
I
I want you.
did look into it.
Bud.
I'm gonna
Please look
I did-
into it.
God, I'm gonna be great. It's 84 degrees right now, and I feel great.
Man, I really want you to get that AC, dude.
So yeah,
It's really
I'm gonna
cool.
message James in a little bit here on Discord because I gotta talk to him about some black guy stuff.
James
You
is
know?
asking me about D&D. Is he about to join my cult too?
No, he would not.
He's about to join. He's about to join the Strahd clique.
One of
son.
us.
Does
One
not-
of us.
He's not gonna gel with you. He's a weird person. He doesn't
Who's
like
got an
fun.
armor? Who's got an armor class? MSK.
Oh my god. I'm all right. So thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Iron Man podcast. We'll see you guys.